In this video, I'll show in the bottom right like so. Once your settings microphone is selected, don't use default, make sure the isn't working, it should then appear here. Then you go and select it and go and tap.
Hello. Okay, why do I have so many microphones work? Can you guys hear me? Am I at work? Why do I have so many microphones on? Hello? Why do I have 3 microphones? What? I can't hear myself. General audio. And let me turn that off, maybe? Audio input capture. I can't hear myself. Oh, there we go. Monitor and output. What? Monitor and output. Hello? Why is this audio not working? What the heck? What? Defaults? Yes. Defaults on. Okay, no. Huh? What? Hello, hi Exonet. So I'm on the new computer and nothing's working. This is my secondary mic I added without the filters and everything. I can't get the other microphone to work. Why? Ooh, wait 1 second. Let me turn this off. Holy moly, I'm doubled. Oh, no. Okay, I fixed it. I think one of my filters is acting up again. Alright, is it this one? No. Yeah, that one. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Why is it always my compressor that's cutting me out like this? Well, I figured out the problem apparently. It's my compressor. Hey guys! Hey guys! How are you? I'm on my computer. Guys, you wanna see my do you wanna see my background image? It's so cute. Do you wanna see my background that I have for my wallpaper? Let me show you. I'm gonna put it in my background. Watch this. Desktop downloads. Yay! Look. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Let me put this in the background. Whoa, fishies! This is my background. This is what my I got a live wallpaper because my computer can actually handle a live wallpaper, and it's so cute. I have fishies. Yay! I have fish. Anyways, how is how are you? How's everybody? What is a way to start stream? I was like, yay, finally! All my audio problems are... That's why I titled it stream. Everything is beautiful and nothing hurts. I upgraded my computer. I can run things. I'm actually on 60 frames per second on VTube Studio. And my CPU is at 20. VTube Studio takes up like 7% of my CPU versus the 14 it was at before, and OBS Studio is running at 11. Unlike the 40 to 50 it was running at before. Oh my goodness. Wow. I ran Monster Hunter Wilds earlier. I was like, oh, this is gonna take an hour to optimize, right? I'm gonna leave it alone for a little bit. I walked away, and not even like 5 minutes later, it optimized and it's like, oh, your graphic settings aren't optimal for the amount of like the graphics card you have. And you know what? I can see pixels like in full detail. I can see so many things. Oh my god, I no longer have to play in 720p. It's so detailed. Monster Hunter Wilds runs so nice. I can actually see textures. Oh, this is great. This is amazing. Anyways, a lot of things are still not working on this computer that I haven't downloaded. It took me an entire afternoon. I got home. The reason why I started stream so late is because I got home and then I immediately started transferring my files over. I started transferring my files. It took me until 8 p.m. and then I had dinner and then I walked around. I went on a walk. I went out on a walk at like 10 p.m. because I was like, I have to go and... Well, first of all, I needed to take photos outside for an assignment. But two, I also was like, you know what, I'll go for a walk at nighttime. That'd be fun. So yes, I went for a walk at night at like 10 p.m. And then I was like, my computer. And then I got back and then I continued setting stuff up. I had to download like a bunch of my programs and then they wouldn't work. Like my Steam, my OBS profile wouldn't work. It wouldn't transfer over. So I had to like put everything on my external SSD and then transfer that from the external SSD to the other computer, and then it wouldn't work. And then and then to get my what's it called? My Steam Deck to work on this computer, I had to downgrade it so to match my old PC Stream Deck. Poured it over, wouldn't work. Upgraded it on both ends, exported it again, didn't work. I went online, I saw a forum post from like some obscure third-party plugin having issues with OBS, and they were like, oh yeah, sending it doesn't work, emailing it doesn't work, sending it through Discord doesn't work. The only way you can get it to send properly, and for some reason it'll work, is if you email a Google Drive link to somebody. If you send it through Google Drive. So I was like, okay, it's not working through USB, so I gotta get through Google Drive. So I exported it, uploaded it to Google Drive, downloaded it from Google Drive, and now my what's it called? Now my Stream Deck works. Yippee! Okay. And yeah, it was just a lot of headache. A lot of working with things, and it was just like, oh my goodness. Pain. But once it's done, I no longer need to touch it ever again. So currently I have my setup on my side monitor and my main monitor, and honestly I'm not really liking this setup. So what I might do is that I'm going to take the third monitor on this side and keep it with the old PC, and then I'm going to have my drawing tablet that I've been using as a secondary monitor with my main monitor for the new PC. But yeah, I have 2 keyboards now. Dang, it's 1 p.m. already? Yeah. Well, 1 a.m. technically over here, but for you it's 1 p.m. maybe. I have 2 mice and two keyboards. So I feel like Hacker Man. I'm like... Actually, you can't hear it. I got this like... This is what it sounds like. It's very mushy. But it's good because it's Bluetooth and it has a 2.4G USB, runs off of a USB-C battery, but it has Bluetooth and it can connect to both profiles on multiple computers with like shortcuts. So that's really nice. And then I have my main keyboard that I like, my clicky Apple computer that I like. My 2 mice, my gaming mouse with like 4 buttons that I don't use because it's heavy, and then my normal mouse that I like because it's light and it's small. This one versus this one. 2 mice. 2 keyboards. 3 monitors. I feel like the SQC meme. 13 monitors. 5 keyboards. 18. That's what I feel like. I feel like Hacker Man. I could actually... I have another mini portable... What's it called? Mini portable screen. So technically I could have 4 monitors. I could have my drawing tablet and I can have another monitor to this side and I really look like Hacker Man. I can put it like to my right. Yeah. So I have 1 monitor to my left, I have 1 in front of me, I have 1 below it, and then I can have another one to the left, to the right, and I can have like 4 monitors. That'd be great. Anyways, how is everybody's day or night or whatever you guys been doing? I don't know what I'm doing today. I was gonna play a game, but then I was like, every single time I spun, so I have the games, I put all my games that I can play into a wheel that I could play, and every single time I spun it, it would land on something really weird, and I'm like, I don't remember buying that game, what is this? One of them was like the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I was like, you know what, maybe that'd be fun. But then I was like, no, I'm on my new computer. Maybe I should play a more graphically intensive game, but then it's like, oh well. At least I'm not at risk of crashing on stream. Well, my GPU is pretty high. I think it's because I'm using 2 monitors. Maybe. But my CPU is nice. My CPU is running barely. And then my PC is on the ground. I'm actually wearing my headphones backwards because my headphones cable is way too short. If I lean like a little bit too much the wrong way, I'm like tugging on the wire and I have to wear my headphones backwards because the cable is on the left side and my PC is on the right side, so it's way too short, sadly. What's the news, boss? The good news? I'm on my new computer. This is my first stream on the new computer. Woohoo! Right here, I'm struggling to even run File Explorer with my laptop. The good thing is that I get a free V12 under run settings. Nice. We love lag. We love scuff. Everything good? Yeah. Well, I thought my mic audio was broken for a second, but then I figured out it was one of my plugins. Which, Windows 11? No, Windows 10. We're still in Windows 10. I will not be switching to Windows 11 until they completely fix everything. Until then, they have not fixed anything on Windows 11. Windows 11 isn't really good for a lot of things. And I don't really like the AI changes that they're adding. Also, I was running on Wi-Fi earlier, and then I plugged it into Ethernet, and I was like, why am I so crunchy? And then I was like, is it the Wi-Fi? And I was like, no, it's not the Wi-Fi. You know what it is? I updated my graphics drivers for NVIDIA because I have a, what do I have? I have a 60. I have a 4070. Hello, Lilith Morningstar. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hello, how are you? I have a 4070, so I have a NVIDIA graphics driver, and whatever newest driver update that I downloaded, it started optimizing all of my settings, and I was like, why am I so crunchy? And then I was like, oh, I have to disable the optimization on VTube Studio and OBS because it's like it was making me stutter so bad. Like, you want to see what happens? Watch this. You're so technological. What a pro. I know, right? I am a professional streamer. Watch this. I'm gonna optimize VTube Studio. Actually, no, that's not bad. What was it doing earlier? Why was it stuttering so bad? What the heck? Who knows? I don't know. I just clicked optimize and now it's better now. I'm so smooth. I'm so smooth. Woohoo! I hear nothing but bad about 11. Apparently Microsoft is bad now. Every single week I see a new update that comes out about 11 and it's the stupidest things. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, did you know that your power button no longer works on shutdown? Did you know that you can't open the notepad, otherwise it crashes your computer? What are you gonna do with the old computer? I still have it. It's on right now in front of me. I have 2 computers on. It's currently connected to my drawing tablet at the moment. I might swap it around with my secondary monitor. I might swap the drawing tablet with the other one, but then I have to then I have to download CSP and transfer all my brushes over if I want to connect the drawing tablet to the new computer to draw on it. God. The worst part about getting a new computer is transferring all your files. I have to send all 5,000 of my brushes to my new computer and I have to re-download everything. Oh, my computer. Hello, 7 Delozen. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hello. I'm dying. Life is not daijoubu. Bro's mind went straight to earning. You know what? Get that bag. You're on that grind, sure. The grind set mindset. Gotta, get that money. It's like those alpha male podcasts. Every single moment of your life should be set to optimizing and getting that grind and the grind set and gains and whatever. I saw your model, thought of Nier Automata vibes. I had to follow. Ooh, Nier. Maybe. I don't have the blindfold. But thank you, Nier. That's a fun, interesting game. I've never actually played it or seen much of it, but there is so much good fan art for Nier out there that I'm like, wow, I love me a white-haired baddie. My favorite characters, I don't know if you guys have been around for that, but I did a tier list once and I listed all of my favorite characters, and every single one of my favorite characters just have white hair and red eyes. White hair or red eyes. I was like, wow, I think I have a type. Although, I don't know. I don't feel that sort of way when I look at characters like Gojo. It's like a specific type of white hair character, you know? Like Valen from Fields of Mystery or Nai or 6 from number 6. Yeah. My dentist said I grinded my sleep, told him I appreciate dog and fist pumped. I'm on that grind. 6, 7, no. Number 6. It is a post-apocalyptic BL manga, sorry. Lots of hot characters, yeah. I just see art about, what's her name? 7? 2B and the kid. Kitty mods? Yeah, I drew those. Y'all ever heard the guy was mining Bitcoin in the roof of his skill building? I don't know how Bitcoin works. Isn't there a finite number of Bitcoins? Whoever developed Bitcoins is some elusive dude who is absolutely fearing for his life on the internet because he owns a majority of the Bitcoin, and he was like, the total amount of Bitcoin that we can have is this certain a very specific amount. It's 1,400,681 whatever, and it's that specific amount. Once they hit that number, there's no more. And it's a fictional currency. I don't know what that thing is. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't understand Bitcoin. What made you want to VTube in your model? What made me want to VTube? I was really, what's it called? I saw people on the internet having fun, and I said, wow, I have no friends. I have no friends. I should. I want to do that too. Maybe I'll make friends. Maybe I'll make friends on the internet. And then I started VTubing, you know? And then as for my model, I sat down, I started drawing, and then that's what happened. This design is just what happened when I sat down and I was like, let's draw. And I took an OC that I had and then it just kind of doodled, and then it turned into this, and I came up with a bunch of different concepts for like storylines and I guess lore and whatever, and yeah, there it comes. Did you ever flesh tube? No. I've never posted my face on the internet because I don't believe in being a real person. Ever since I was a kid, not even on Facebook, not even like on Instagram, not even on Snapchat. I never had a Snapchat face. I hate posting my face online. Thank you, Drip G, for the follow. Welcome. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really like posting my face online, or like any part online. I have contemplated selling feet pics. Because my mother, my own mother, she's like, you have such tiny cute feet. You should make photos. You should take photos of your feet and sell them online. I was like, I don't know about that. Tell me why first clip I see you with your feet out with the caption pissing yourself, and so hell yeah. How much are we talking? I don't know. That's my... I'm getting Teams notifications. I don't know, that's my mother. That's my mom. My mom was the person who was like, you should sell feet pics online. I said, I don't know. Feet redeem when? I do have a feet redeem actually. It's called Flip. Go for it, bro. I could, but then I feel like it's a lot of effort. It's too much work, you know? You gotta keep in touch with people, and I'm like the worst. I'm like the worst at keeping up with people, especially when it comes to like online, like, you know, online sites. You have to message your biggest supporters and be like, wow, thank you so much for all the support. Yay. Right? And then I feel like that's way too much work. If I have to message like 3 people and be like, hey, send me $500, I'd be like, oh no, too much. Too much effort, I'm sorry. It's way much easier to just go on stream and just be like, hey guys, hi, welcome to my life. Today I did this. Today I had eggs with toast and go show my man some bit. I don't have any. I'm covered up, I've got long sleeves, I don't know what you want. But no, I could never. No. Not because it's like what is that thing that people always say, like, oh, VTuber don't show a face because VTuber ugly. No, it's VTuber don't show a face because it's VTuber lazy. Honestly, I like it because I can sit here with no pants on. Like, every single time I go on stream, I'm like, let's not wear pants. Let's sit here in my underwear. And I am so glad that the one time I did a cam and I was wearing pants. The one time I actually decided to not wear underwear. Great. Because like half the time I'm like, I like take a shower and then I start stream and I'm just like, I'm not gonna bother putting on clothes. Pants, my mortal enemy, yeah. Great info, streamer, thanks. I always overshare. You're welcome. You're welcome. So technically I'm a VTuber, yeah. VTubers are all 40-year-old men. Gosh. I'd like to be a 40-year-old man. I wish I was a 40-year-old man. Can you imagine? I'd have so much privilege. Oh. I'd have so much privilege. You know how much aura? You know how much aura you'd have? Being like, hey, I'm gonna go download one of those e-dating servers and be like, hi, what if you're an ugly bastard? That's even better, because then you can go on like Discord and join one of those e-dating profiles, and then you can go on there and you can catfish. You can put on like the maid dress and then be like, ooh, ooh. You know? People like that. People pay for that. People like tired old men. As you can see with Leon Kennedy. You know? She wants to be a Discord gamer, absolutely what? I've always said I wanted to be a Discord daddy. Oh. Penguins with daisies. I know I'm just a random girl on the internet, but I wanted to say thanks for helping me get through my last year of college. Honestly, just watching you puts a smile on my face. I promised myself that the day I graduate, I would send you a message saying thanks from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being the light in my dark. Thank you! Good luck. And congratulations on getting through college. It is a big milestone. As somebody who has failed, as someone who has failed a couple of courses in college, it is not easy. So congratulations, big congratulations. It is not easy at all, but thank you so much. And I hope that wherever you go, whatever you do from now on, you continue to do the best you can. And it's okay to take breaks. Like, even if you fail, you can always just get back up. It's not the end of the world. If there was something that I could tell me to my past self who failed like an entire semester, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. I'm here now. Yeah. What is that? What is that picture? What am I looking at? Hi, cartoon. Yo, cartoon lady. Hello. Hi. Text box. My Twitch settings isn't connected. 1 second. I want my emo dropper. What is it? What? I did a bachelor's in aerospace engineering and a minor in economic finance. Whoa, that's crazy. Wow. You know what? I'm gonna do max emotes per mesh at 30. Hell yeah. And these. And these. Woohoo! And these. Woohoo! Okay. I just added my emo dropper back. I just set that up. Woohoo! Hi, I hope you had a great day and remember to drink a lot of water today. I hope you have a nice sleep. Thank you! I did not drink water today. I'm so sorry. I failed you, but it's okay. I'll take water now. Drink water, people. Water's good. I might go upstairs and just get myself like a thing of water. Gosh, I should do that. But wow, aerospace engineering is hard. That's difficult. Yeah, I was gonna go get the pitcher of water from the fridge and just bring it to my room. One time, I was in my room just like working and my mom came down and she was like, here, water. She like brought me a huge pitcher and she was like, water. And I was like, oh, water. Water break, thank you, rocks. Thank you. Is it like a face thing in like Snapchat? Not exactly, but it does work off of similar aspects, like the AR kit, LiDAR, like whatever face ID kit that Apple uses for their phones. I'm not really sure exactly how that works. But you gotta look it up. Awakened to my job designing LiDAR and radar guidance systems for the US Special Forces. Definitely job. Wow. You're making big money. Congratulations. I know you're gonna do very well. Yes. Good night, y'all. Be safe. May the feet fairy bless you in your sleep. Hell yeah. Are you going to bed? Let me tuck you in. One sec. Oh. Hi, Belle. There you go. I tuck you in. Good night. Go to bed. Hi, Belle. How are you? Welcome. What's up? Do you like my fish? Look, look. Do you like my fishies? This is my background. But actually, thank you so much for everything. Yeah, no worries. I hope that you know, do the best that you can, go far. And if you want, you can still stop by and say hi. I'd like that. But no worries if you can, if you're too busy. But good luck. Also, hello, Gabrielle the Legendary. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hello, we are yuppin'. And this is my new computer background. Do you like it? Hi, how are you? I'm good. I definitely will. Yay! I'm trying to... I can see profile pictures in here. Very accurate name. With your profile picture, I can see the little penguin. Oh. Emperor penguin. But anyways. What the heck am I doing today? I don't know. It's like... I wonder what I want to do today. I don't know. Every single time I get on stream, it's like, Phineas, what are we gonna do today? Your VTuber is cute. Thank you! You know, okay, off topic. Every single time I tell people what I am, they're like, I'm like, hi, I'm a Tengu Songbird VTuber, and they're like, what the heck is a Tengu? And they look it up and they always get back to me and they're like, it's scary. They're like, wow, that looks really scary. I'm like, it is not scary. Why do people think that I eat people? They're like, oh, Tengu are scary. I'm like, no, they're not. They're like, Tengu, we're like guardians. We're like guardian spirits. We're nice. We might prank people, but we don't eat people. I don't know why people are like, oh, they're so scary. I don't think there's ever like a single myth in like Tengu culture where they have been noted to eat people. I don't know where that comes from. Is there some media out there that I don't know about where Tengu eat people? Am I lost in the sauce? I'm slowly losing my art skills. I'm getting horrible at the games to dedicate myself to. I'm grinding for 3 trillion some game. Guess how that'll take me? Yeah, but like, are you having fun? I think one of the main messages you kind of want to learn is like, sometimes it's not the end goal, but the journey. Like, the life lessons you learn from Freyren. Not about the end. Even if you suck at drawing, even if you suck at like games or whatever, as long as you have fun doing what you do, I don't really think it matters whether the outcome is good or bad, you know? Not all bro, my ego is high. I want to be the best of all in this game. I don't know, I could never. I'm not competitive. I could lose like 5 times and I'd just be like, it's fun. I'll be background. Thank you! This is my computer background. I want to show it to you. This is my computer background. My like actual PC background I downloaded today. I downloaded it like 5 hours ago and then I set it as my wallpaper because I like fish. Hi Maddie, how are you? Did you get back from your trip? How was it? Was it fun? Where'd you go? What'd you do? Did you eat lots of good food? It looks so sick? Yeah. I don't know where it's from. I think it was on Tumblr. I don't know the original artist. I have no idea. I'm allergic to seafood. It was fun. Otherwise good. Nice. I mean, there's... Okay, that's not true. A lot of Japanese food does have seafood. Like, it's in the... well, you might have to avoid, like, a lot of fish dishes, which, like, a lot of fish dishes is in Japan. Like, you can't have anything with dashi broth. If you're allergic to, like, fish or seafood, anything with dashi, cannot have. No sushi, no, like, whatever. Everything's contaminated. You'd have to go, like, vegan. I don't know. Hello, stranger. How is thy morning, day, evening, night? It is morning for me, but it is good. We are just chilling. Hi, Apex Killer. Welcome. We are chilling, and I don't know what's going on. Lots of new chatters. I know, it's really interesting. I don't know why people come here. Listen, I started streaming like 4 years ago, and then every single time I start a stream, it's just like, ah, yep. And then people stop by and they're like, wow, great. And I'm like, why are people here? Wow, what a cool name, Throat Nuts. What a cool name, Throat Nuts. I like your username, that's fun. And Bigfoot Enthusiast. What are these names? What are these names? I just went hot pot to teppanyaki and shabu shabu. Nice! Meat. I hope it wasn't too expensive, because I know meat is expensive in Japan. Seafood, yeah. I like crab. Crab's nice. Every single once in a while I get a craving for crab, and then I save the shells afterwards to make a nice like broth. And then I make gumbo with it. It's so good. Seafood, gumbo with crab and shrimp and chicken and like sausage, andouille sausage. It's so nice. Also, CJ Hydra 99, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Do you have any regulars? I do. I actually have a couple people who have been here for like the past year or so. I'm gonna name names right now. Exonent, Crushed Peanuts. Those are the two people I can really remember. The OGs, yeah. Not really OGs, but they've been there for a while. And also my mods. Frost Silent and Chimera Liz, who have been there for like a very long time. I've been watching for 2 years, I think, just really sparsely. Yeah. You know, even if you come here, if you've been here for like 3 years, if you've been here for like 1, if you've been here for like a day, honestly, all of you are very cool. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. And even if you don't say hi, even if you're a lurker, if you've been a lurker for like 4 years and you've never said anything, 1, I'm scared of you, and 2, that hi. I see you. No, I don't, but I know you're there. I know you're there. I know you're metaphorically people in the corner lurking, shaking in their boots. I see you. Who was your favorite? I don't have a favorite. Maybe Kami-sama. My this one. Oh, that's me. Hello, Dr. 86 Meow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. And Bigfoot Enthusiast. I like your name. I like that name, Bigfoot Enthusiast. What's your favorite cryptid? Is it Bigfoot? I like Mothman. Also, nothing beats fish and chips for me. In my home state, I even have a holiday called Fish Day. What? There's a fish day? Oh my god. What country is that? Britain? I went to Britain, and then every single place you go to, every single restaurant, it's all pubs, by the way. You look at the menu, and every single menu is like fish and chips, steak, potatoes. I just realized your profile picture is also Bigfoot. Like that, love that. You have one, when your profile picture matches your username. I wish I was that enthusiastic about something. Mothman's cool, but have you heard about the squonk? I've never heard about the squonk. What is that? Let me look it up. I can look things up on Firefox without me crashing. Yippee! Squonk. Sorry, I gotta get my second. Mythical creature from American folklore. Oh! It looks like a sad, wet pig. And I'm also getting like weird AI photos. It's like a mix of like this like sad, wet pig and really creepy AI pictures. Interesting. What is this thing? What is it supposed to be? He's just a little guy. Reminds me a lot of myself. just a little guy. It reminds me of like if you took the yippee, you know, the yippee little meme of the thing with the big eyeballs and the 4 legs, the TBH. If you took that and then you turned it hyper realistic and you drew like art and you've like added a lot of detail and a lot of wrinkly skin, that's what that would look like, I think. USA? Really? They have fish day in the US? I didn't know fish and chips was such a big thing in the US. I've never heard of that cryptid before. I only know about like the main ones, you know, like I'm a fake cryptid fan. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen that in like mythology or like cryptology books. Because most of the times whenever you read them, they're always talking about things like, oh, this is the Hydra, this is like the Sphinx, this is the this is the Chupacabra or whatever. What's your favorite cryptid? I don't know, I like Mothman. I like Mothman because of his vibes. It's just some dude with like a really buff chest and like shining golden ass, because people like touching his ass. The statue, I love that for him. So maybe, I don't know, just the statue of Mothman or the idea of Mothman. I don't know what he does. I don't think he's very scary. She wants to bang No, I don't want to bang him. I want to go see him in person so I can like touch him. I want to touch it. It's like, you know, when you go to like places like, you know, Hachiko, the dog statue, when people touch the bronze statues, they rub down golden, and then it's like everybody touches the little nose, and the nose of the dog statues are all golden. It's really cute. Fish Day is a festival specific in my home state. We go to a certain county of the state, which is actually connected to one of the Great Lakes. It's to celebrate the rich fishing heritage and commercial, which is also the world's largest one-day outdoor fish fry. Wow, cool. Are you a SCP person? Yeah, I like SCPs. Also, hello, Pyro the Flame Knight. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I got robbed at the last Mothman festival I went to. Oh no. Yikes. Wow. That's why I don't go out. My state also really likes cheese. What is this, Wisconsin? I've never been, I don't know. Cheese. How many moth festivals are you going to, man? Listen, you can get robbed no matter where you go. It's not just specifically festivals, just anywhere where there's a lot of people. Dang, she knew Wisconsin. I only know Wisconsin because of Wisconsin cheddar. But yes, I know SCP. I was browsing the horror tag on AO3, and there is a specific fic out there that is like for the Plague Doctor. There is a self-insert AO3 fan fiction of shipping self-insert character with the Plague Doctor SCP. And it's freaky! It's wild, you could look it up, it's crazy. Lost only 30 bucks, but I get a new driver's license. Oh no. You know, a driver's license costs more than 30 bucks. The driver's licenses cost like $50 to like get back, I think. Oh my god, they're so expensive. I'm here. Hello. May I weaponize crabs and declare war on France? You know, that might work. There is this thing called carcinogenesis, where every single sea animal is just slowly evolving to become crab, because apparently it is the best. I don't know. It's like some peak body type that sea creatures really like to have, that everything just kind of keeps evolving back into a crab. Like, there has been species where they evolved out of crab and then they start evolving back into crab, and it's like, why? I had to pay $2,000. Why? Why so much? What the heck? Woot. SCP concept is cool, but apparently the website sucks now. I've actually never been onto the website. Not the recent site. I've only seen the old one. I haven't seen SCP stuff recently. All I've seen is just that one thing where they were talking about the SCP the SCP plague doctor. Unpaid parking tickets wouldn't give you a new one for paying them. Oof. Apparently, did you know if you move to another state, they can't make you pay them? I mean, they might send you to collections, but if you're gone, you know, just move. Did you know Wisconsin actually won the very first Super Bowl? I'm very proud of it. Nice. I'm not too into sports, but that's cool. From the shadows, a figure steps forward. A jar has joined your party. Hello, Divine Jar VTuber. Welcome. How are you? A jar. That's interesting. I wonder. Do you get like the comment? Do you get like the reference that people make every single time somebody mentions jars? Like like, you know, the rainbow dash. Don't hate the state, hate some of the bad folks. Yeah, it's not the people, it's just the, you know, just the place, right? Didn't even think of that. Yeah. Man, Wisconsin sucks, bro. Got catfished by a girl from there. Oh. That reminds me of like during the pandemic where people were like catfishing each other online because people were getting into online relationships at like a crazy rate. And there was like this one person who was like, oh, somebody I've been dating long term. I'm gonna go fly across the country and surprise them. And then everybody in the comments on TikTok was telling them like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And then, yeah, there was a lot of weird things happening online. No, don't drive. Vancouver to Wisconsin, that's like a 2-day drive. Holy moly. I don't know, I've never been to Wisconsin. It wasn't a dude. Wow. I'm sorry, I don't have online friends. I cannot relate. All my friends I've met are through in person, just because I've went up to people and I've just been like, what are you doing? I will talk to you now. And then I have just bothered them every single day since. And then now we're friends. So. And then when it comes to like being online, no work friends, no, because all the people at my work are older than me, sadly. Every single person is at least 40 years older, and that's wild because, like, you know, no man friends, no online friends, no in-person friends, no work friends. Very sad. Did you know the Voyager 1 satellite left the solar system? Ooh! Did you know Halley's Comet is coming back? Halley's Comet decided to come back to us. Isn't that nice? Maybe in 600 years we'll see Halley's Comet again. It'll be a while, but you know, we'll be like, oh, it's coming. Hello, Tanaka Kanji. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. How are you? Should I appear in court for my divorce hearing? No. Listen, that you can't get divorced if you just don't show up. Can you imagine somebody hands you the divorce papers and you're like, no, you can't make me? What happens then? Are you just stuck in a standstill, or can they force you to like get a divorce? I don't know. I don't know enough about divorce. Seinfeld? Is that a thing? Hello, SCG Baver too. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hello. Do you think Earth is flat? No. Because if you look at it from space, it's not flat. I'd understand people who used to travel the big, vast ocean on the back. Have you ever seen the back of Earth's head? You know, not the one with all the... Not the one with all the continents, the back of it, with all of the ocean. They used to navigate that straight by the stars. And I understand that people would just travel by boat like that and then see nothing but water and be like, yeah, the Earth's flat. But we know better. We know better. Nice. It's a conspiracy. They're keeping the cool stuff from us. This is like some people who were like, oh my god, in like 2025 or 24, people were like, they're keeping the aliens from us. We have to go invade Area 41? Area 51? No, Area 51. We gotta go Naruto run to Area 51. And then people showed up and they just stood there. They didn't actually do anything. It was like a convention. They just stood there. I feel like at that point, just make it an actual festival. Just set it up out there like Burning Man. You know? Just bring a bunch of tents and be like, woohoo, party. And then what are they gonna do? Kick you out? Aliens are real, I've seen them. Do you remember the Mexico mummy? Do you remember that? I think that was last year, where they were like, look, we found an actual alien, and it just like some shriveled looking thing, and everyone was like, oh my god, it's real. And it's like, what is this? Hello, Jacob Poland, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you? What? Where are you people coming from? What's happening? What's going on today? I started late, and then I have just random people. What? You're getting old, damn. I don't know about that. You're only old if you think you're old. There's a meme when you're getting jumped by the flat earthers and they go, what? I'm good after work. Nice. That's nice. Yeah. I don't know why you would subject yourself to... Actually, I'm not gonna judge. I was gonna be like, would 6:50 a.m. good time. Oh gosh, go to bed. Go to bed. Why are you here? Go to bed. If it's 6 a.m., that's bedtime. I can't. No. That's bedtime. I'm waiting for a bus to go home. Aw, man. Well, you can like sleep on the bus. I've done that before. I've done that multiple times. Where I close my eyes on the bus and I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed. It's almost 1 a.m. for me. Good night, Apex Healer. Good night. Thank you for the thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good rest. Wait 1 sec. Let me tuck you in. Good night. This is the conversation is just turning into like with the like this tinfoil hat gathering where everyone is like, they're real, I've seen them, they're real. And then other people are like, what the heck? I will be home at around 7:40 a.m. Nice. That's a really long commute, but good luck. I hope you survive and have fun, maybe? I have to go to a place at 9 a.m. What? That sucks. I've always thought it must suck, I guess, getting things done if you were to work like night shifts. Cause then like everything's only available during the day. I mean, you just have to pull all-nighters to get to things. But like, I don't know what's worse. Because during the day, if you work a day shift, everything's open during the day, and then afterwards when you're free, everybody's closed. But if you work like night shift, everybody's open and everybody's free during like the night, but then you're like working, you know? For me, it was morning shift. Ooh, yeah. I mean, night shifts are pretty chill. You just sit there and do nothing. Not much goes on during the night. But pros and cons. I think night shifts would be fun. I worked night shift at my last job. It was hell. Yeah, I feel like you just spend a lot of time just sitting there and feeling like you're going insane because you're like, oh. Just remember, love is limitless and you deserve that limitless love. And you're a complete stranger and I don't know you, but everyone is, oh, yay, thank you. You too, random citizen. I feel like that guy from, what was it? Was it Megamind? I forgot what the specific quote was. You too, random citizen. My work night shift starts at 5 or 6 p.m. Ooh. I once had 12-hour shifts. And that was fun, because I was in bed every single night at like 7 a.m. Well, 7 p.m., sorry. It was like, go to bed at 8 p.m., wake up at 7 a.m., start shift at like 8 a.m., and you're just 12 hours straight work, and I just had the best sleep of my life every single day. Because I would go to bed so early. I'm glad I work at a day job because ooh, my voice is dying. Someone has to make fresh bread and rolls for stores? True. Yeah. That's what I'm so mad. Why do we have a specific set schedule? Why don't we have like shifts? Not like specifically like, oh, night shift, day shift. But I feel like things should be open based off of people's like circadian rhythms, because not everybody has the same like 8 to 5 schedule. Like for me, I like staying up pretty late. I'd be perfectly okay with a shift that from like, I don't know, 4 to 10 p.m. You know? And then I'd go home and then I'd sleep. No, a baker at a Polish bakery? Nice! Bakery sounds fun. I don't know, that sounds like a nice job. Working at a big... I mean, you do have to be up really early, so I don't think I could ever do that, but it does sound nice. Sounds fun. Probably relaxing. You know what would be a great job if you don't like working with people? Being a mortician. Just like working there, you gotta play your own music, you know, they'll worry about clients being like, oh, I don't like your music. Because then your clients are the only people that are there. They're just dead. You know? That'd be nice. Or like, I don't know, if you're a surgeon and you're a doctor and all you do is just surgeries all day and you're just like, well, everyone's unconscious. Although you do have to worry about people being your assistants in the room, like the anesthesiologist. Yeah, you're technically working with people, but you read my message and you stopped. I have no idea what you were going on about. I'm not mad at you. Hello. Hi there. Wow. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, and keep up the great streams that you're doing. Work. I don't know what the heck what that sound effect was, but okay. Thank you, Libra, for the 5 bits. Thank you. Hello. I hope everyone's having an amazing and wonderful day. Hello, Kenneth. Embrace, have a good night. No, come back. No. No. Yashi. No. It's okay, you can have conversations with other people. I just didn't know how to respond, so I stopped responding. But it's not because I don't want you here. It's just, I don't know. Who's winning? I don't know. Are you winning, son? No. I'm not winning. I'm not doing anything. I'm just yapping. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I was gonna play a game, but then I was like, I started pretty late, so maybe not. I was like, hi Yashi, how are you? What are you doing today? Also, thank you for the water break. I'm gonna go drink water. Yay, Kami-sama. Final Fantasy 14, nice! I hold shift. Ooh. Final Fantasy 14. Is that the one that's like the remake? Is that the remake, or is that the one where is that the MMORPG? I don't know. I don't know the difference between Final Fantasies. All of them are the same to me. Ooh. Streamer, have you ever tried any drugs? No. The MMO one. Oh, I've never played that, or I've never seen gameplay of it. I'm not really sure what's it about. It's crazy how much is in that game. I heard that the game storyline is long. It's even longer than what's that game called? Kingdom Hearts. It's even longer than Kingdom Hearts, that entire series. My god, it just goes forever. The side quests, insane. Hi the machinist, welcome. How are you? I realized that the more people that stop by here, the harder it is for me to keep up. So I'm sorry people if I just don't read your messages, because sometimes they go by very fast and I'm like, oh no. Or I'll be talking about one thing and then somebody else will say something that's completely different and I'm like, okay. I'm grumpy and sleepy, but I can't fall asleep. I have a tip for you. If you can't fall asleep, I have read online that you can close your eyes and you want to slowly like move your eyeballs in, like when your eyes are closed, back and forth. Just kind of like side to side and like up and down really, really slowly. So you want to just like kind of move your eyes really slowly around your like lids, because it mimics REM sleep. Your eyeballs move when you're sleeping. So if you do that when you're like close your eyes, just lie there with your eyes closed and just slowly move your eyeballs and just take really deep breaths. Just like, you know, like that. You fall asleep pretty fast. It's actually really cool. Sometimes if I can't fall asleep, I'm like, oh, I'll try that. And then if you're too busy thinking of things, you can be like, well, I'm gonna start counting, right? Also, you have to know that like, I'm really bad at like, I'm bad at like staying on a single topic for very long. Usually that does work and is an attempt to trigger REM sleep, but not only do I have insomnia, I finally fall asleep and then I remembered That I have night terrors. Oh no. I don't know what you do. That sucks. I don't know. I don't know what you would do for that. But maybe. Can at least try. Right? Hello, how are you? Hello, Sheer Frostborn. I'm good. How are you? Welcome. All I can do is vibe until my brain decides it likes me, and oh man, that sucks. I don't know what I would... Oh my god, that reminds me. I read... Well, I didn't read. There's 2 fics about sleep that I read about, like, AO3. One of them is pretty sad, pretty depressing. There is actually a... There is a condition. There is actually a health condition. There's actually a health condition where there's actually like it prevents you from ever sleeping and you eventually do die of it. It's really cool. Well, not cool, but like fascinating from a psychology standpoint. But I'm doing good. I thought I might check out one new channel before I'm going to bed. Ooh, thank you for stopping by. And welcome. I forgot what it was called, but there is, I think, auto insomnia or something like that, where you actually cannot fall asleep. And you stay up 24/7 until your brain just shuts down permanently. It's really scary. I don't know. It can, like, it kind of comes on set. Not insomnia, but it's like extreme insomnia, where your brain will just not shut off ever. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. I need to see. Fatal insomnia. What is the specific name? Hypnagogia. Wait. Hypnagogia. Fatal insomnia. Yeah, fatal familial insomnia. So basically you just can't ever fall asleep. It looks like it typically onsets very suddenly and just out of the blue around the ages of 40 to 50. And the life expectancy is not very long. It says it's a rare genetic condition that causes insomnia, dementia, and muscle twitching. It's a degenerative, life-threatening with no cure but treatment to slow symptoms. It's a prion disease. A life expectancy ranges from 7 months to 6 years, with an average of 18 months. Ooh. It starts with minor difficulties falling asleep and staying asleep, occasional muscle twitching, spasms, and stiffness, and then cognitive decline, ataxia, psychiatric symptoms. Interesting. That sounds really bad to live with. Yeah, I can imagine. I read a fic where a character had that, and it was very sad. It was one of those angst stories where they're like, we're gonna kill off one of the characters, and it's like, oh. And then it was based off a song too, so whenever people in that fandom hear that song, everybody has like PTSD. There was another one I think I was reading where I read the premise of it. It looked really interesting, but I don't think I ever actually read it. Like, I didn't sit down and finish it. But I remember I saw the... Are my cat sounds not working? Ooh, they might not be working. Oh, I think it's connected to Mix It Up, and then Mix It Up might not be able to read. Wait one sec, let me see. Edit? Conditional. Action. Counter. Random. Action. sound. Browse. I have to set it up. Uh-oh. Wait 1 second. Hold up. Hold up. There we go. Now you guys can meow. There you go. Chat can meow now. There you go. Meow to your heart's content, everybody. I'm not the Discord kitten here. You guys are. Never mind, it doesn't work. Where is my audio? 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 Uh-oh. Hold up. Audio, where'd you go? BGM? No. Chat alerts? Game alerts? Cameras? Oh. It's one of these. Is it you? No. Stream alerts. One. Huh. Weird. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Oh, I don't have audio set up. Do we love setting things up in real time on stream? Settings. Audio. Notifications. Default output. No, I want it to go here. Alright, try that again. Let's see if we can hear it now, maybe? Nope. I need to be going to bed. It's 1 in the morning. I have to get up at 7. Oh no! Good night. Have a good rest. Thank you for stopping by. I am trying to get my audio to work. And it is not working. Why can't I hear sound? What the heck? Advanced. Of course, I may stop by tomorrow. I stream on Tuesdays and Fridays, usually sometimes Saturdays, but we will see. But if I do see you around, I hope you say hi. But yeah, thank you for stopping by tonight, and I hope you have a good rest. Let me give you a tuck-in. Hold up. Here you go. Good night. Okay, yeah, that's not working. I don't know. My audio's not working. General sounds? Oh no. Maybe here? Nope. Here? It should be here. I don't know. I didn't know. What a pro, I know, right? Listen, I have no idea why my sound isn't working on anything. Sound settings, app volume, device preferences. Reset, no. Input, output, master volume, good. No. It's not. Whoa. Okay, that one worked. I can hear that one. I just don't know why Mix It Up audio is not working. Anyways, hello Foundation SCP. Thank you for the follow, and Sheer Frostburn. Thank you for the follow. Hope you have a great night. Tonight will be the night that I will. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure that out afterwards. I remember my very first stream. I still have that.
Booga
Well, that worked. I don't know if that was loud for you guys. It was kind of quiet. Where did that come from? Maybe it's OBS. It was normal for me too. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that one. I just... Not the mix it up sounds, apparently. I know sound alerts are fine. Just mix it up audio. Let me test something. Nope. Nope, it's not working. Huh. I gotta look into that later. I set up... It should work. I have the audio. She made the sound, yeah. Meow. What, do you want me to, like, every single time somebody redeems that, I'm just gonna, like... I'm gonna go meow. Do you hear that? Okay, now it works. Somebody say meow. Somebody meow. Kitten number 1. Sound off. Kitten number 1. I don't know why that's not playing. Maybe it'll fix when it restarts? Yeah, probably. Should work. I see it now in my settings. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. I think it's working. It's good. Anyways, the other fanfic I was reading was a horror fanfic. It was the premise about... Whoa. Yeah. I set an effect so that it'll play a noise every single time a chat message plays. Let me turn it off. What does it sound like? Nope. Holy moly. What the? Love that. Oh. Wow. Oh my. Oh. I can set it to custom, by the way. I can send it. Meow. So every single time somebody sends a message, it'll go meow. 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 What's your phone ringtone? I have no idea. My phone's been on do not disturb for the past year. Meow. It's gonna go meow. 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 Every single message you send is gonna go meow. Let me turn that off. Meow. What about your important business calls? I don't take important business calls. If it's important, they will text me. I've never needed to answer an important business call, and if it's important, they will leave a voice message. I have been on Do Not Disturb on my phone for the past like 3 years because every single time I take it off, I get 10 million spam calls where they do nothing but you pick up the phone, silence for like 30 seconds, and then they start speaking to me in a different language. And I'm like, spam caller. There's a reason why Gen Z, or like younger generations, you pick up the phone and they don't say anything because we're just expecting to like pick up a spam call and just like you just silence. I used to I don't want to say anything because like, you know, they can record your voice nowadays, so I don't want to do that. And if they get a recording of my voice, I don't want them to call somebody else and be like, help me, I need $10,000. No. I don't want them to use my voice for that. I want to go to Covet on Me. I don't know if I can Covet on you. I don't have the arms for that, but like, 1 second. I can go up really close. I can like, boom. I'm sure they could clone your voice to the later streams, probably, but at least I'm saying things on my own terms, you know? Hey, what's a person like you doing in a fish pond like this? Hey. Okay, let me go back. What the heck? No. Hello, Sunjing Woo official. Welcome. How are you? Dom, really? Do you think I'm scary? Do you guys think I'm scary? Do you think I could ever be threatening? I wonder. I wanna be like, I don't know, man. Gosh, that's my one goal in life. I wanna be scary. I wanna be scary. That's my goal. I'm doing fine, thank you for asking. Yay! I hope you are doing well. That you are having a great time. If I did something bad and you were mad, I'd feel bad. I've never been super mad in my life. Ouch. That was my bones. Did you hear that? My crunchy. Holy moly. Oh, okay. I'm getting messages from my group members. That was Bones, yeah. Okay, they're my group members are DMing me. I have a group assignment that we're trying to work on. It's like, do you have friends? No, they're not friends. They are schoolmates. I'm forced to partner with people in a group project. My team's people are messaging me from school, and they're like, "Hey guys, do we have a shared document that we could work on?" It's due on Tuesday, and then my group members are like, oh, let's work on it early so that we can get things due by this time. So we're gonna work on this part, finish it by Tuesday, and then we're gonna finish the rest of it by this day, blah blah. So I guess, you know, they're on top of things. They're not gonna wait until like the very last moment and be like, oh yeah, by the way, this is due Wednesday. Can we start on Tuesday? The alert was perfect? Yeah. Hi, sleepy baby. You could guilt trip? I don't know. But no, I don't have school friends on, sadly. Are you streaming on Twitch TV? I am streaming on both YouTube and Twitch, so I can see both of your messages because Twitch chat is married. You smell like omelet? What? I had fried rice for dinner. I had, oh gosh, you know my favorite ice cream? I like the little, no matter what people say, I really like the ice cream cones that they give you at McDonald's. You know, like the little goblet cones, the crunchy ones. I don't like sugar cones. Well, I mean, I like sugar cones fine, and I like waffle cones fine. They just leak. But you know those little, like, the ones that like feel like you're biting into styrofoam? I love those cups because you can let the ice cream melt and they don't leak. They just kind of like sit in there. That's what I did today. I had ice cream and I just let it sit there because I forgot, and I was trying to set up my computer and I got back to it and I was just drinking ice cream out of the little bowl. I was like, oh man. But it was nice, it was good, it was soggy, and it was just liquid. Hello everyone on Twitch, I'm watching on YouTube. Hello YouTube person. Like, maybe the one of two people on YouTube. Most people are on Twitch. I don't know. One of these days, we're gonna get a reverse situation. That's happened once. We're gonna have like so many people on YouTube, and we're gonna have like one person on Twitch, and then the person on Twitch is gonna be like, am I the minority? And be like, yes, you are. You're talking about Asian people get to eat Asian food every day? We were. Nice, it gets your undivided YouTube attention. I think just all of chat gets my undivided attention right now, because the chat is merged on my screen, so I can actually see both chats. So it's not like I can be like, hello, YouTube person specifically. I mean, yes, I can. I can be like, oh, YouTube person specifically. If they ask a question, I'm going to be like, oh, YouTube person. YouTube person said something, but no. Hello, Guguragasu. Good morning. Hello. It's morning. Yes. Must be nice to live in a... Well, I mean, that's not true. You could live in a big city and you could have, like, good food, too. Like, I used to live in Toronto, and that place has good food. Like, every single country you've ever thought of in the world, there is a place that sells that food in Toronto. It's just the biggest melting pot of all the cultures. So there's even people who are from those countries. They come there and they're like, wow, this is true authentic cuisine, like even better than home. So isn't that interesting? What anime do you like to watch? I really like slice of life, and I like comedy and fantasies. Fantasy anime? Anything to do with magic. By the way, I finished watching, it was recommended to me to watch Balance Unlimited Millionaire Detective Fuji Keiji. Oh my god, that thing is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous and it's so funny. Because every single time he's like, pay everybody double of what this thing cost. I'm like, bro, what? Man, why would you move to cold? Tuition was cheaper. Yeah. Look up like how much American tuition is, and then look up how much Canadian tuition is. It's so much cheaper. Also, the Canadian dollar value is lower. You should watch Kiss X Sis. I think I've seen clips of it. I don't think I've ever watched it. I watched Inuboku SS a long time ago. And I watched, what's it called? Inuyasha? Have you watched One Piece? Oh, no, because it's way too long for me, unfortunately. Has anyone seen the memes going around about the Chainsaw Man ending? Yu-Gi-Oh! Yugi? Yeah, because your name is Yugi and you're not gonna say oh. Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh! What about Boku no Pico? I haven't actually seen the whole show, but I have seen the specific ice cream scene that everybody likes to talk about. Listen, there is worse anime out there than Boku no Pico. I don't know why everybody loves to clown on it. I've seen worse. There is so much out there that is worse than whatever Boku no Pico was. There's also better. Listen, like, it's 2026. We gotta stop clowning on Boku no Pico and we gotta start watching Metamorphosis. No, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. What's it called? There's a vampire one. There's a vampire BL that's really good. What's it called? It's some name. It starts with an M too, that's what I'm thinking of. There's a vampire one. Bible Black? No. Let me look it up. Vampire. It's based off of manhwa. Oh, oops, that was vague. Nope. I am getting... My lover became a vampire, so instead of killing him, I'll let him suck my blood. What? Oh. No, I'm getting the weirdest titles. What is this? Red. I'm looking for specifically anime. Minion! Yeah, Minion. Found it. Minion. If you want good lore, if you want wild lore, I recommend. It's the whole thing is like a movie. It takes place over like 6 episodes, and each episode is like 10 minutes long. It's about vampires. I think One Piece is not so long. I'm watching it. I watch every episode. I'm waiting for a new episode to come. If you've been watching since it came out, I think it's manageable. But like, if you start now, it's like 1,000 episodes. Yeah, not doing that. Back when I had time, maybe, because I watched all like 198 episodes of Inuyasha. I watched all like 200 episodes of Tokyo Mew Mew. I watched all like, I don't know, 60 something episodes of Fairy Tail. And then what? Seasons 1 to 3 of Sword Art Online. And then I started doing life stuff, you know. I started a job, I started working, and then I started post-secondary school, and then now I don't have time. Back when I didn't have hobbies and the only thing I did was watch anime and read manga, sure. Now I'm like, oh, I have other things I want to do. Music, guitar, drawing, stuff like that. So much things. Have you heard of School Days? I have. Is that the zombie one? Is that the school one? It's artsy, yeah. That's another reason why I started VTubing, because I was like, oh, every single thing that I could ever, all my hobbies just kind of collated into one. They're like, oh, I want to draw more. Well, I can use my art skills towards a specific project, such as this. And then if I want to do music, I can also do this, you know, on stream. And then if I want to do another thing, I can do this on stream. So there is no other hobby, I guess, that allows me to combine all of my interests into one thing like this. So I can be like, I like music. I like talking about video games. I like talking about books. I like talking about like manga and anime and all that. And I can do all that here, specifically like on these channels. So that's why I got into VTubing. I was like, yay, I can do everything. But I will say it just kind of takes like the joy out of doing things for yourself, because it's just like, oh man, I should be working on this thing. But no, I don't, because it's like I want to work on like my personal OCs. I want to draw like story ideas. I want to draw my own comics and stuff. And then think about like, oh, I still have to draw my emotes. I still have to draw a reference sheet. I still have to draw like a outro and an intro screen, which I haven't done yet. Stuff like that. It's like, oh, I want to write a song, and I don't have time for that either. I want to record stuff. I don't want to have time for that either. Do you enjoy streaming? I do. I like yapping. I like talking into the void and talking to myself. It's kind of like a diary. Much less like, it's not because it's like, oh guys, I love spending time with people on the internet. It's more like, I get to talk into the void, and sometimes the void responds. And that's what's cool. Because, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but whenever I stream, it's just kind of like a constant stream of consciousness where I just yap, and then if people respond, then I'll be like, oh, people responded, I will respond. But then the rest of the time is just me going off of like, I want to talk about whatever I want to talk about. Good night, everyone. Good night, CJ Hydra. Thank you for stopping by. Good night. I also like to make a video on YouTube. Hell yeah. YouTube editing is fun. tuck you in. Good night. Any rants? No, not really. If you give me a topic, if you can give me a mundane topic, I will try my best to come up with one. It's a good thought experiment. It's called Don't Get Me Started. It can be like, give me the topic of like chairs, and I'll go off about chairs for like 5 minutes. I wanted to start YouTube, but I quit YouTube because one of my channels was terminated. Oh, for like what? Copyright? ASMR? Who knows? I don't know what I would do if my YouTube channel got nuked. I'd be like, oh man, oh well. Well, I'd be really sad because I'd be like, all of my VODs are on YouTube. So if this ever died, I'd just be like, well, goodbye YouTube. Copyright music strike? Oof. I don't know how that happens. I have had copyright music strikes when I do my karaoke's, and I'm just living on the edge, I guess. But I'm not monetized, so I guess it doesn't matter. Fish sticks with vanilla sauce? What? You know, that's actually not that bad. If you've ever had French fries with ice cream, it's not that bad. What? What? What do you mean what? What? Hey, what? You know, French fries with ice cream. I concur. This is turning into like borderline a Reddit forum. What? I don't know. What is there to rant about anymore? I feel like whatever I've mentioned just kind of comes up. Now Reddit. Hey, Reddit's fun. I think people can be witty on there. It's just like any aspect of the internet. You have the good and the bad. There are definitely topics, but nothing's fun. What do you mean? There's always cool things on there. People are funny. People can be funny on there. I'm a Reddit hater. I don't know. Okay. Here is how to enjoy Reddit. You go onto the pages that you enjoy, and you avoid the ones that are very generic and big. So if you're gonna go on the "Am I the asshole?" Reddit, you're gonna be mad. Don't do it, because all of it's AI generated nowadays. But if you like going onto the horror subreddit and you look at people recommending horror games, you're gonna have fun. You can look at people who do like video game theory crafting, or like made me smile Reddit, or like pets, or I don't know, subreddit for dogs or whatever, right? You'd be like, oh, puppies! There you go. Happy. If you're going out there and you're gonna be like relationship drama, and you're gonna be like, oh, why am I so mad all the time? Just don't look at relationship drama. It's like being on Twitter, you know? If your people are out there and they're talking about like relationship drama, just block people, mute them. And also, I don't understand why people think following things, like people following other people, is an admission to everything that they like stand for. Just because you follow somebody on Twitter doesn't mean that you agree with what they say. I never understood the whole, hey, so-and-so, I noticed that you were following so-and-so. Did you know that that person is a bad person because 14 years ago they said some extremely niche insult towards this community, and you shouldn't follow them because they're a bad person, and that must make you a bad like, are you a child? No. I follow people that I don't agree with, and I just mute them because they have extremely bad takes, but I can't unfollow them now because I've been following for them for so long, and it'd just be really awkward because we have mutuals. And it'd be like, oh no, I have mutuals with this person. We're like, that's my mutual in-law. I cannot just divorce my mutual, you know? That person who's problematic, that's my mutual. If I divorce them, it's gonna be like, oh no, suddenly we have the divorced child in the relationship, and my poor mutual in-law is gonna be by themselves. And I don't want to leave them like that. They're gonna be like, what happened? You know? I mostly use the 17 users extremely niche subreddits. I like when I go onto YouTube. I like when I go onto YouTube, or like not YouTube, or Reddit, or I Google something in general, and I'm like, hey, what is this very specific issue problem that I have? And you know what happens? Somebody on Reddit will have a solution. They'll be like, oh, this post from 10 years ago has this thing. This worked for me. And then you go and you're like, oh, I tried it. It works. Well, thank you, person from 10 years ago who had the exact same issue, who posted it on a Reddit. I'm kind of sad nowadays that people have moved to Discord servers rather than staying on internet forums, because I kind of missed browsing people's conversations on internet forums from back then. Especially like scrolling through personal blogs and like past forums. Like the old Apple forums, or like old music audio forums, where like when people were really into like Sony and like digital audio players and stuff like that. I mean, there still is a community for it now, but it used to be bigger back then, where people were talking about like CDs and collecting older like technology back in the early 2000s. People were like so, they had such interesting things they talked about. I don't know. Thank you for the follow, what? And thank you for the follow, Nolan Lee 25. But yeah, I miss that about Discord. Like the thing that Discord killed is the forum culture, because nowadays everybody's in their own little private servers and they DM each other the solutions. And we like, what happened to public sharing of information, you know? I miss going onto Reddit forums. You know that infamous post out there that's like, hey, do you want a free cup holder? Sure, I'll bite. What does it do? Downloaded it. Edit note in post. Never mind, it just opens a CD drive. Back when you could just download things and you know it wasn't gonna like completely brick your computer, you know? That came from forum posts. That was like fun culture. Like, it wasn't always safe all the time because people were trolls, but you know, it was a good time. Reddit 10 years ago, deleted account saying I DM'd you the solution, yeah. There's something strange going on in Indonesia right now. Is restricting access for less than 16 years ago. Weirdly, nothing happens, everything's normal. But it's so weird. Interesting. It's like when the US banned TikTok and everybody was like, goodbye, US people. And then like 6 weeks later, the US people came back, and then all the people from other countries were like, oh, it's so quiet without the Americans here. Can you imagine? No more drama. Goodbye, Americans. It's like how Twitter was like, hey, by the way, we're having a new update that lets you block people from certain countries, and everybody that were on my following list was like, to all the Japanese people who block, and all my mutuals who block the country of America, I understand. Goodbye. Me too. They're like, to everybody who blocks the US after this update, I understand. I love that. The internet gets worse by the day. Yeah, because it no longer is things about like infecting you with the Trojan virus. Nowadays, it's like, oh, we're gonna install a bit crawler that's gonna like crawl through all of your things as you're keylogging and all your passwords, and we're gonna steal your identity online. You know? Hello, Siracord. Thank you for the follow. What do I say? My country time right now is 12:40. Should I say good morning or good afternoon? Is it 12:40 military time, or is it 12:40 like in the afternoon afternoon? Is it PM or AM? I got a memory from iFunny when everyone went to Brazilian iFunny to rag on them. What? Were you ever a 4chan person? No. I've never been on 4chan. I don't really... I know people have like memes on there and stuff, but I don't know, I never really understood those. Hello, I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Zotlin. Maybe. I don't know. I know people reference some memes out. Like, some memes do come from it. I remember that one post from like... just really niche, like, weird posts from 4chan that were made up clearly. The 4chan green text meme format? Yeah, I like those. The ones that get reposted on Tumblr. 12:41 p.m.? Is PM midnight or AM? I don't know. I think that's afternoon. I think that should be afternoon, right? I just remember that one the green text meme from 4chan that was like, be me, not into dudes. I go to gym. And then like some dude goes like, I can bench press you. And then they bench press the guy. And then he's like, I'm not gay, but like it's awakening something in me. Those green text posts, you know? Have you ever gotten banned from any of these platforms? No. Because I don't use them. There was a time in my life during like first year of university that I was living in the dorm and I said, you know what? Somebody said something so incorrect that I felt the need to just make an account on 4chan and correct them. And it turns out that my entire IP got banned because I guess somebody was memeing too hard on the dorm Wi-Fi and got the entire IP address banned, the entire block. I was like, okay, that's fair. They were so incorrect though. It wasn't anything like mean or anything. It was like, somebody was like, hey, what is this person's range? Are they a soprano? They're a soprano, right, for this specific singer, this artist? And I was like, nobody's correcting them. Nobody here knows music. I wanted to jump in and be like, that's a mezzo-soprano. They're a mezzo-soprano. They're a mezzo. Not a soprano. What are you talking about? And, yeah, I found out when I tried to reply to that person and being like a helpful correction, being like, no, that's a mezzo, because their range is this specific thing. They were like, oh, your IP's blocked. I was like, oh, okay. And that's the only time I've ever been on there. The heck are you yapping about? The time I found out that I was banned from 4chan. I remember one green text where the dude helped the twinkier guy and the dude got a huge crush on him. Yeah. Why? Because somebody was spreading misinformation about a singer that I like. They were like, so-and-so is a soprano. I said, no, they're a mezzo-soprano. There's a difference. And then it turns out when I went to go reply that my IP address is blocked. Because I lived in a dorm. And everybody has the same exact IP address when you live in a dorm and everybody's on the same dorm Wi-Fi. So when they block a specific IP address, everybody's blocked on that IP address. Including me. I haven't gone back. I was like, okay, you know what, fair. I'm not, okay, yeah. Maybe that's not good being on here. And then I just logged off. It wasn't anything I did, it was just somebody in the dorm Wi-Fi doing something. I don't know. I got banned on Discord one time, was in 2. What? I've never been banned from Discord. My hobby, once in a while, is going to those e-dating Discords. Maybe this is a toxic habit of mine. But, I'll go on there and I'll catfish. I'll post a picture. And then I'll get like 17 DMs in an hour. And then every single person is like, hey, I noticed you from across the room. And I'm like, okay. Listen, ego boost, I'm sure, is not for ego boost. It's for fun. I just message people with weird questions. I'll like, hey, thank you for reaching out to me. What's your opinion on pickles and like, what's your opinion on reverse pickles? And they're like, what? So, you know, if you ever want a way to like have a bunch of people talk to you at the same time, you ever want to feel popular? Like, I'm gonna set my phone to vibrate. And then I'm gonna go like put it under my pillow. I'm gonna go stick this in my mouth, you know? I like that one picture where there's like 4 people making construction sounds with pictures attached, and another guy hammering a stake, and a guy stressed out person saying, "Can you keep down trying to sleep?" What? I don't know what you're talking about. I knew this one person who would leave every single phone notification on their phone on, and it would drive me crazy at school because I would sit next to them. And it's like, imagine like you know when you follow a bunch of accounts on Instagram and it's like so and so posted a new picture, so and so updated their profile, so and so uploaded a story. They had every single notification on, and whenever they turned on their phone, it was a wall of like constant notifications. It was like ping 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 ping. I was like, holy moly. Why? Just like turn off your notifications. That's crazy. Not only did they have it on for Instagram, they had it on for Snapchat, they had it on for like a bunch of other things, and I was like, how do you live? Your phone's constantly flashing, it's constantly on because you just see the notification just scroll by. It's like, holy moly. Hello, I'm talking with you with my second channel. Nice. Hello. Mm-mm. 1 second. Oh! Thonk, thonk, thonk. Reminds me of old Reddit. That's fun. Do you think my name sounds too feminine? Because using my channel a long time ago, I made a big mistake. Why? What's wrong with that? What by any other name is a name? Would a name by any other name sound as sweet? What's in a name? I'm quoting Shakespeare. You know? I don't think it matters. My name is Kyo. I picked it on purpose because it has a lot of meanings, but I think it's easy. I think it's nice. I don't know. Listen, to make friends and to like be interesting in life, you just gotta have your own hobbies. Don't just be like, nobody talks to me. Start conversations. You know? Go out there. Listen, people don't come up to me. I go up to people. But also, if you're like really weird, like if you have a hobby, lean really into that hobby. Just be like, go all out. Be like, I love my Ita bag and my character is full of my funny little guys, and walk around with that bag, and then you'll have people come up to you and be like, oh my god, is that so-and-so? And you'll be like, yeah, I love so-and-so, now we're friends, right? That's how I made friends. I go up to people, I see people with stuff on their back, and I walk up to them and I'm like, look at that thing, I know. Because I'm a boy, my YouTube subscriber thinks I'm a girl. Listen, on 9 out of 10 social media accounts, I put that I'm a guy. I write that I'm a guy, I don't think it matters. You can say whatever you want on the internet. That's the beauty of it. I put my birthday as 1987 and my gender as male, and then I put myself as like, you know those survey forums that used to be able to do to make money? Do you remember that? Hey, get a free gift card for like whatever dollars, make money doing surveys online. I would do those just to get like points for like in-game purchases. Gambling, yay. You know those in-game purchases? I used to do those online surveys for money. Not really money, but like in-game currency. And they would always make you do those like, find out if you're eligible for a car today quiz. So I would do those, and then it'd be like, what's your age? 87. What's your name? John Smith. What's your yearly income? $38,000 a year. Do you have a house? Yeah. I have 2 kids and a wife. I live in a middle suburban area in the neighborhood of Tennessee. I am a white male and I have a Subaru. I had it down, like memorized every single time that they were like, hey, do this quiz. I have a profile. That's my flesh tuber. If VTubing was the opposite and you could come up with your own character for like a person, that's my flesh tuber. That's my flesh tuber OC, you know? My name is John Smith. I was born in 1987. You're the one who was downloading the games from ads? Yeah. I still do. And in order to progress in those games, they make you do in-game currency. And they're like, hey, would you like to get more in-game currency? You have to go do these, like, you either download more apps and you have to play those apps for at least 10 minutes before you can get the in-game currency, or you do the quizzes. That's what I did. I did both. I would download games. And they're always like the weird games that you've never heard of. Or you watch ads. You know, nowadays they've defaulted to ads because I think ads are easier. But they used to make you do quizzes. That was fun. You know? I like that. I'm LARPing. Why do people say LARPing nowadays? I feel like that's the vocabulary that's cycled back. Why are we saying the word LARPing? Nobody LARPs. You're not LARPing. You're not medieval romping in the forest. You're not standing outside, running at each other with spears in the middle of the forest. That's what LARPing is. When people mention the word LARPing nowadays and they're like, so and so LARPing, that's not what LARPing is. You know what they're doing? It's called role playing. Use the correct terminology. They're role playing. People use it as an insult. It's not an insult. LARPing is fun. It's not an insult. I don't know why D&D culture comes back again as like insults. Like, I don't know. This is like the weird internet theory thing that keeps happening where they're like, oh, thing from old nerd culture, insult now. Why? Doesn't make sense. It's not even an insult. It's just like a term. It has no meaning. It's like you're trying to take something, you're trying to make it an insult, but it's not ever an insult. It's not. I don't hate on it, but I could never do D&D or any RP. That's a you problem. It's called not having whimsy in your life. No whimsy. You gotta go out there, fully embrace the cringe and be like, my name is Smitherall Smith. I am the 2,000-year-old dwarf and I love eating rocks. Yeah. Embrace being weird. No, you never know until you try. You can be like, I could never do so and so. I would never ever. Try it. You never know. Might enjoy it. Can never be like, I would never do something. You don't know until you try. Smitherall Smith, yeah. It's as bad as naming your character Melody and you're a bard. Hi, my name is Melody and I am the songstress of music. VTuber names nowadays. VTubers from like 2022. Hi, my name is Blub the Fish. I am a pufferfish VTuber. I make fun of them, but apparently that is true. I cannot make fun of them because there is somebody out there named Blubber the Fish. Probably. There is some VTuber out there who was named literally like fish. Or like some generic fish name. Have you seen Joe? What? No. Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I've been there a long time ago. Where'd you been? I've been married a long time ago. Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Mama. I never really understood those jokes. What do you think about AI music making music on YouTube? I don't know. I don't like them. I block them. Which is really sad because there was this one playlist I really liked, but then it turns out I realized that that song was like was made using AI, and I was like, ah. I would like there's this one channel I listen to for like study music, but it turns out a lot of them are AI nowadays, and I was really sad. So now I just listen to video game music. If you ever see like some profile out there and it's named like super cute kawaii retro like whatever core music with some like generic anime looking cute animal, 9 times out of 10 that's probably AI generated music. Yeah. That song is about moonshine originating in North Carolina. Ooh. All I remember is that one Tumblr post where they said Cotton Eye Joe was a cryptid. We don't know anything about Cotton Eye Joe. He was married. He disappeared. And we don't know who he is. Just Cotton Eye Joe. Also, goodbye Twitch people who don't have a sub. Because everybody's gone in an ad. Ha ha ha. Hello, it's just you and me, YouTube people. A wink. Oh, wait. I can say something. YouTube people and then Twitch people will not know. And be like, hey guys. Hi. Okay, I have a special message for YouTube people. I like fish. And then people on Twitch won't know what I'm saying. They'll come back and be like, what are you guys talking about? I realize that I have my captions up, which they might be able to see, but that's okay. Fish. Gosh, what's like the most misleading thing I could ever say on captions that they'd be really confused when they got back? They'd be like, what are you talking about? I don't know. What was I doing? I don't know. Whenever I stream, there's like a lot of things that go through my mind and then they disappear really quickly. It's just like, I want to talk about this, but then I'm like, maybe not. Never mind. And then it'll be like, oh, that thing. And then I'm like, oh, never mind, I forgot. Oh well, I really want to get into journaling. I got a little, what's it called? I went on a little shopping spree and I bought a lot of I got a lot of things in my room. Even though I really just like, I went through all my boxes and I threw out a bunch of stuff and then I immediately went afterwards and was like, you know what I need? I need to go buy stuff. So I've just been replacing things. Have you watched, say, Stranger Things season 5? There's a season 5? No. No, I haven't. I didn't know there was a season 5. Last time I saw there was a season 3. I don't know what they're doing nowadays. Hello, welcome back, Twitch people. We were totally talking about normal, insane things. You're totally talking about absolutely normal and 100% sane things. Did you know I got a lot of things. I got a desk computer stand to hold my drawing tablet. I got fountain pens and a journal because I wanted to get like a pocket journal for writing things outside rather than writing notes. Because I was like, I want to get back into writing stories. I used to be a really good writer. I used to write a lot of things. Actually, do you guys want to hear my story that I wrote back in like 2011? Do you want to hear my story that I wrote when I was like a kid? Like I had a horrible sense of writing. Okay. Let me find it. It was so bad. What year was this? It was a long time ago. It can't be that bad. Oh, trust me, it's bad. I wrote this. It's a retelling in my own way of Little Red Riding Hood. So I decided one day I was going to rewrite and reinvent the story of Little Red Riding Hood, but in a modern retelling, but very badly. And I did not know how to write. Okay, let me read. Once there was a girl named Red Riding Hood. Now, Red Riding Hood was a little sneaky, thus the nickname, parentheses. Red Riding Hoodlum. Wait, I wrote parentheses, thus the nickname Red Riding, quote, Hoodlum, unquote. But everyone calls her either Red or Red Riding Hood. Close paragraph. Close, bracket. So she was going to put some poison in the treat she was going to give to her grandfather so she could get a puppy, because she has been asking her mother if she could get a puppy, but her mom said, over my dead grandfather's body. Little did Red Riding Hood know, her mom was being sarcastic. So she was going to see her blind, slightly crazy grandfather in his mansion 10 billion thousand miles away from society and in a deep, thick, dense forest with dangerous plants and animals in it, along with quicksand and other fun traps that might kill any wandering trespassers that went in. As she approached the humongous forest that was supposedly called, quote, the forest, unquote, she got a phone call from her mother saying, quote, as you go along, don't go near a tree that's sketch. Beep, 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 beep. Oh no, the fruitcake! Anyway, don't go near any trees that look sketchy. Bye. And if you were wondering that was a smoke, see ya. Well, that was weird. Anyways, I guess all I have to do is avoid sketchy-looking trees, but what will they do? Wondered Red Riding Hood as she wandered along the path of the forest. As she went along, she heard something calling her, so like the curious little girl she was, she went to go see what was calling her. What is that sentence? I love human, I eat Tide Pods, me too. When she got to the place following the sound calling her, she met a 3D cutout paper looking tree. Hi, I am a paper tree and I need to tell you something important. Very extremely important, said the tree. "Oh no, you are the sketchy, quote, unquote, looking tree that my mom told me to avoid," exclaimed Red Riding Hood as she slowly backed away from the tree. "No, wait! Where are you going? I need to tell you something important. Darn it, I can't move from my spot. No, come back here!" yelled the tree as Red Riding Hood ran away from the sketchy, quote, unquote, looking tree. As she was running away, she was so concentrated on running away from the tree, she forgot where she was going and got lost. Somehow, as she was lost, she found her grandfather's mansion and went inside. Wow, time skip. When she got inside, she saw her grandfather sitting in his chair by the fireplace, listening to old music. "Hi, Grandpa. I came to visit you. Where's your guide dog?" exclaimed Red Riding Hood. "Who is that? Where are you? My dog's out for a walk by himself. Why do you want to know?" questioned her grandfather. "It's me, your granddaughter, Red Riding Hood, and I'm right next to you," answered Red Riding Hood. "Oh well, what do you want?" "I'm busy," snapped Red Riding Hood's grandpa. "I bought cookies and treats from you from my mom. They're homemade," replied Red Riding Hood. "Ooh, cookies! I love cookies. What kinds of cookies do you have? Actually, I'll have oatmeal cookies. Do you have those?" implored Red's grandpa. "Yes, I do have oatmeal cookies. Here, I'll put them on a plate for you," said Red Riding Hood as she took a cookie with lethal poison on it on a plate. And gave it to her grandfather. "Thank you, dear," murmured Red Riding Hood's grandfather as he picked up his cookie, and just as he was going to take a bite out of the cookie, a huntsman with a gun ran in through the doors with Red Riding Hood's grandfather's guide dog chasing after him, and as he turned around to shoot the dog to stop him from chasing him, the dog bit the man, which caused him to misfire, and he accidentally shot Red Riding Hood. Red's grandpa dropped his cookie due to the interruption and got up from his chair after hearing the gunshot. "Oh no, I'm so sorry for shooting your granddaughter," cried the huntsman. "What happened? What's going on?" hollered Red Riding Hood's grandfather, who was blind. Just in case you didn't know, he was blind, by the way. Wandered around. "I accidentally shot your granddaughter when your dog was chasing me. I was trying to get the dog to stop chasing me by scaring him with a loud bang, but I didn't know the gun was loaded, and your dog bit me, which caused me to misfire and the bullet hit your granddaughter, killing her," explained the huntsman as he tried not to cry. "Woof," barked the dog as he pawed the cookie on the ground. "What is it?" asked the huntsman as he examined the cookie. As the huntsman looked at the cookie, he looked up to see the dog holding Red Riding Hood's basket, and found a bottle full of poison that looked like it was recently used. "I think your granddaughter was trying to poison you for who knows what reason," mused the huntsman. "Well, my granddaughter has always been very literal, so I think her mother said something that made her try to poison me so she could get something," answered Red's grandfather, who was silent for a while at the shock of losing his granddaughter. In the end, Red Riding Hood's mother grieved over the loss of Red Riding Hood, but got over it, eventually, after a while. Red's grandfather asked her mom to join in his mansion because now that Red Riding Hood was gone, he didn't have any more visitors, and the huntsman was invited to come over once in a while too. Yeah, this is my fan fiction that I wrote apparently. This is my Red Riding Hood fan fiction. That I rewrote Red Riding Hood in like the worst way possible. Yeah, I rewrote Red Riding Hood. I decided to do a modern retelling. Yeah, that was my story. Reading Your Limit is not... There's no smut. It's just... Red Riding Hood's dead. That's still a term? Oh my god, you're so old. No one says that anymore. What they say, I think, is like... PWP. They say like... Plot without... corn, or... Plot... What? Plot. You know? Bruh. Yeah. So, dead Red Riding Hood? Yeah. She got shot by the huntsman. I don't know what's wrong with me. I was like, it would be a great story if we just, like, flipped it around. Instead of the wolf, it was Red Riding Hood, it was evil. That did spin off into a really interesting story I came up with. I did write it down. I have some OCs that are part of a storyline branching. Not from the specific AU, but from a split term where I thought like, oh, inverting fairy tales to be like darker would be really interesting. So I came up with the idea of Mother Goose and like all types of like nursery rhyme fairy tales to be code names for an assassin group, and based off of their tales would be like what their type of like weapon of choice would relate to. So Mother Goose was the, I guess, head of this group called, like, I forgot, they didn't really have an organization name, like Grimm's Fairy Tales or something like that. And Mother Goose was the, I suppose, like head honcho CEO, and I had like characters like Humpty Dumpty, Little Miss Muffet, and they had really interesting weapons that I came up with as designs. So like Little Miss Muffet was like a spider kind of like dressed girl. She had like a lot of like gothic Lolita type clothing, and she had like a lot of like spider motifs, and she was a sniper. Because like, you know, the Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet eating something. I forgot the name. So her like kind of story was that she was like a very, like, I guess girly girl, but she assassinates by sniping people from far away. And then Humpty Dumpty was, I think, like a very heavy artilleryman with like a lot of guns and like really, really strong like armor and stuff. It was interesting. I had a lot of like concepts for that story, but then it never went anywhere. I'm the type of person who likes to write out all my ideas before drawing them, but I do have a lot of like little ideas that I would write down. I remember one of the first fan factions I read on my DSi was a magical girl thing or something. What? So creative. I don't know. Do you remember Captain Underpants? That might be a thing. You know? Maybe it came from that. Hated it, really? I never really read it. I was more into Diary of a Wimpy Kid and My Dear Dumb Diary. Dear Dumb Diary was so funny because I remember reading it and being like, wow, this girl has problems. She was such a hater. She was like, I hate this thing. I hate the school lunch. I hate this guy. I hate this girl. I was like, okay, teenager. It's so funny. I guess in a way it's like meant to be relatable, because you're like, oh yeah, as a kid you're kind of like, I don't like that too. But the way she went about it was just so extreme. There was also the other one, Gossip Girl, the Gossip Girl Diaries. That one was way more tame than Dear Dumb Diary. Everything is indeed beautiful. Yes, it is. Like my rabbit. I want to see your bunny. Aww. I used to have rabbits. He just dig on me. Aww. I have a saved video in my watch later that's like bunny nursery. And it's like a little video of this guy who has like 7 baby bunnies in a pen, and he's like sitting in the middle of it, and they're all like running around chasing each other and like jumping on him, and it's so cute. Were you a Twilight girl? No, my mom was. My mom was really into Twilight. She would read the books, the audiobooks by the way, out loud. I was not into Twilight, I was into Percy Jackson. I was never into Harry Potter. I was more into like I was into the Aaron Hunter books, if you know what I mean. Every single one of them. Every single Aaron Hunter novel, including the cats. I like the dogs, the ones with the polar bears, the ones with like the wolves, all of them. Not just specifically the cats, but yeah. Also the Animorphs. I like the Animorphs in the Magic Treehouse series. I was really into reading. I could like I could pull up one of the Scholastic Book Fair libraries from the early 2000s and I could point out to you every single book that I've read. It'd probably be like half of them. Because I would go through the fiction, fantasy, YA novel shelf, and I would just read every single book on them. Is that the Warrior Cats? Yeah. Aaron Hunter. Also, I was into, what's it called? The Artemis Fowl series. The Artemis Fowl series, the something, there was this book called like the Something Boys. The Hardy Boys, maybe? The Boxcar Children. The, I don't remember. There's a lot of them. But yes, the Warrior Cats. God, I had a cringy internet phase where I would go online. I was on those roleplay forums back in the day. But I wouldn't actually participate, I would just read. Like fan fiction, I would just read what other people were roleplaying, but I never participated myself. Because I was too shy. I was like, I'm not really good at roleplaying, but I'll just read. I remember a couple of Gahul. The Guardians of the Gahul. Wait, Guardians of Gahul? The movie's actually really good. Our peer, yeah. You gotta be open to being cringe. What's wrong with that? I'll have you know that at some period of my life, I was intensely RPing, as the young people would call it nowadays. LARPing, I guess. I was real-time LARPing. I was living as this dude. So for a while, I accidentally catfished this person on an internet platform because, in back then, like online games, you could get married. I would play as a guy for peace. Because if you play as a girl, you get harassed by dudes. So I would play as a guy. So I could be left alone. But unfortunately, because I was such a chill dude, girls would approach me and they'd be like, wow, you're so different from other guys. And I'm like, yeah. Back in the day, I was like, yeah, I'm 25. I'm a college student. When I was really actually in high school. They're like, you're so mature. I'm like, yeah. So, I was reverse catfishing people. Boop. Hello, Solarium guy. How are you? And then for like 2 years, it'd just be constantly like messaging this person on and off, my person that I was married to. We never talked outside of it. We never traded phone numbers or emails or whatever. It was solely through this game. We had a guild together. It was a long con. 2 years, yeah. I was dedicated. And it wasn't even me. It was me and my friend that were in on it too. So we pretended that we were related to each other. Yeah, I pretended I was siblings with my friend. And we were like, oh yeah, they're like a couple years like older than me, and yeah, that's my brother. What am I hearing? The time I accidentally catfished somebody in a video game because I lied about my age. I lied about my age, I lied about my gender, I lied about everything about my life. And it got too far into the relationship to ever say, like, I was actually a girl. So, to that poor girl out there, I am so sorry. Hell no, what did I tune into? Hello, Nippon Rose. You ever just do things and then you realize that you've gone too far and then you're like, well, I can't back out now, I just gotta double down. That was me. I just roleplayed as a guy for like almost 2 years, unintentionally catfishing this poor person that I was married to. You're a type of person, thank you. Bye, person. Thank you for stopping by. It was too late. No matter what I said, I would have rather have them live with the fantasy of me being real than break their heart, you know? But you're a Prince Charming, she's going through life trying to match you. No, it was platonic. You know, you marry people in game not because of a romantic relationship, but because you want the benefits. It's cheaper. It's cheaper to share a house together. We were playing this insane lore. Why? I have worse lore. You ever be like, why are VTubers like this? Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Navon Rose. Greetings, hello. It's even worse. Like, I used to be on chat room forums and I used to lurk and I used to be infamous as like the local cryptid of the chat room forum, where I would like stay in a specific numbered room like a cryptid. I was a local cryptid. I would turn on my phone, I would leave it plugged in, turn off the screen turn off, because every single time like the phone turned off, like you would get kicked out. So I would leave my phone on for hours, for at least like 10 hours a day in this chat room, not saying a single word, but I was there. Like, I would put it on my phone and then I would use my iPad to read manga. So like I would leave my phone on but I would be reading manga on the side. But then I would see people come in, because people see that there's like a 1 right beside the chat room number, because it'd be like, oh, only like 1 out of 10 people in this room, right? So I would have people who would join because they see me in there, they would say hi, and then they would like also lurk, and then other people would join in, and we would have a couple people joining in to have a conversation, and people would talk with each other, and I'd just be there lurking in the corner. And then it wasn't until like people would leave the chat room like 4 hours later that I'd be like, hey guys, nice chat, and then there was like 1 person left and I'd be like, you'll never believe me, I was here the entire time, I just never said anything, haha, and I would leave. I am a troll. Hi, how are you doing today? I hope everything's going well. I hope it stays that way because you deserve it for being an amazing person. Stay well hydrated, rested, and stay happy. Thank you. I got beef with bitch. Thank you. Thank you. You too. So many ads, they banned me for no reason. Where? Here? What? Been a really long time since I stopped by. Hello, Victor. Welcome back. Been a while. But how have you been? Anything exciting? Anything new? I'm talking about Twitch. Maybe. I don't have pre-roll ads though. I turned them off. Are you talking about like other people's channels? I know on my channel I don't have ads. Thank you for the water break. I know that there is a 3-minute ad every hour, and it turns off pre-rolls for everybody. Positive vibes spread. Bye now. W stream, W streamer, W chat, W mods. Thank you. Good luck. Have fun. Oh, I got beef with Twitch. I read that as I got beef with Witch. I said, okay. Fair. A witch stole your firstborn child. You got beef with a witch? Okay. I didn't read the T part. I missed that. I'm apparently blind. I didn't see that Twitch part. I just saw like witch. I said, oh, okay. They got a beef with a witch. I don't question usernames. Bro got turned to frog, maybe. Yeah, that was the things I used to do back in the internet days of my youth. Ah, the voices! Yeah. Akira, Akira, no! Get out of my head. Ah! The voices. Does my echo work? Akira. Wait. Wrong one. Akira. Akira. How do I get it to like echo? Echo. Yeah. It's 2 a.m. I got midterms. Love you vibes. Hope to see you soon. Yay! I hope you see you soon too. Good luck with your midterms. I hope you do well. Would you ever do voice acting or something? I read visual novels before. Is that voice acting? I could do a good zombie growl. I don't know. There was a period of time in my life where I was in drama. And I contemplated being like what's it called? I contemplated being a background actor for a little bit, but then I don't know. There was never really any opportunities for it in my local area. I looked. Most of the time when at the age of when I was in school, it was like, oh, we're looking for like a 20-something-year-old. And then by the time I was like that age, they were like, oh, we're looking for like somebody in their late teens. I was like, oh well. Wrong time and place, I guess. Depends on where you live, you know? There's a lot of opportunities, but it depends on where you look. And then I didn't really want to do, like, I would be fine background acting for a commercial, but I didn't really want to do background acting for like some indie film, because you don't know what that is. I mean, in a gamer show or something? Maybe. I haven't auditioned. I don't have a demo reel or anything, but I think it'd be fun. Maybe one day. I was in a drama class in high school. It was all girls. Missed opportunity on my part. Ooh. I don't know. I was in a drama class. I was partnered in a group with this one girl who went to my school, who had an insane following, by the way. I went to high school with this girl who had over 60,000 followers on Instagram. She had her own Twitch channel too. She had like 6,000 followers on Twitch. And like, it was crazy. She was super popular on social media in high school, and we were like, what the heck? Yeah. And then I got put in a group with her in drama class, and it was fun because I could be like, wow, random really popular Instagrammer does my makeup for me. It was so funny. Suggested pictures and meme lord. Neither. She was just popular for being pretty, I guess. All she did was post pictures of being like, she would like smoke a lot, and she would post like aesthetically edited pictures of like, you know, the early like Y2K dark edgy kind of aesthetic. She got popular off of that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people who followed her were also like kids. Edgelord pictures? Yeah, she was known for her like uniquely dyed hair and like interesting style. Very not goth, but like early e-girl, you know? Hello, Panzer of the Lake, welcome. I just found it interesting. But she had wild lore. like she would never come into school. She had like, I'm pretty sure she had family issues or something because her parents were kind of neglectful. So they kind of let her do whatever. So she would stay out pretty late, like hanging out at the mall with her friends who were like in college when she was in high school. And now we were like, oh yeah, not good influences. But she was a chill person to be around. Like, I talked to her once in a while because she was in my group. And yeah, she's pretty straightforward. War Thunder? Isn't there a game called War and Thunder? About the planes? I have that game. I never played it though because I heard the controls are really horrible. That game, apparently the controls are really bad. Shadow Strike 4530, thank you for the follow. Welcome. War Thunder is one of the games of all time. I don't know. I read the reviews on the Steam page, and every single person is like, I hate this game. The controls suck. I got it because it was free and it's the only game that you can play on the Mac. I have some games that I downloaded because you can play it on the Mac and because they're free. So you can call me Anthrax or Athy. Okay, I remember. I will try to remember. You might have to remind me. I wish that Twitch had the option to add nicknames to people, like notes. I think you can. 1 second. Let me see if I can. Click. Can I add notes to people? No, I cannot, unfortunately. Aw, man. I wish I could. I kind of want to, I wish we could add notes on here. Like on Discord, we can click on people's and be like, oh, nickname. Like, this person prefers to be called so-and-so. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember that. But no, I cannot do that on Twitch. Or YouTube. Have you watched Demon Slayer? I watched the first season, and I barely remember it. I read the manga. Not my thing. I saw a Twitter post that was like... Let me see if I can find it. God, wait, I'm gonna go find it. Cheese Gator Mac? I still have my Mac. Let me see if I can find my tweet. 1 second, let me look for it. It's something about Jujutsu Kaisen. It was like, do you ever want to read a... Wait, where is it? It's like, do you ever want to read a story about a wizard who like goes out into the forest and like disappears? You don't need to watch that. Jujutsu Kaisen exists. No, I can't find it. Oh, yes, here it is. If you want to watch a series about a young boy brought to a magic school who has an evil being possessing him and scars on his face, whose mentor is gay for a wizard bigot, you do not need to watch a Harry Potter reboot. The series is called Jujutsu Kaisen. They also have to go around collecting pieces of the big bad soul, and there's an actual character. Jujutsu Kaisen is Wizard Boy if it was good. The calling game is the Tri-Wizard Tournament. Love that. I never watched Harry Potter. Also, I never watched Jujutsu Kaisen either. I only see the memes. I will say, they've got like wild character design. Can you imagine designing a character that's so like recognizable and everybody wears the exact same outfit? Wow. Ooh. Cheese. Oh, sorry, the only thing I got from that conversation was like, fondue. You have to spend money to change your name, really? Why not just make another account? Can't you just make an account specifically for streaming and chatting? Just delete the account. Thank you, Star Morphe, for the water break. Hello. Oh no. I've had the same username since I've started being on the internet. Because a long time ago, I was like, let's pick a username that is going to be short, simple, and nobody else is going to pick. So I came up with one, and then I came up with another one, and I've just been using the same, like, since. Yeah. See, I have my username where I'm, like, masking as a dude, and then I have my username where I'm, like, also kind of can pass on as a dude. I'm not gonna name myself like, ooh, I'm gonna name myself Sparkle Twilight Princess. No. I'm gonna be like, hi, my name is like Cheese. See, you got my messages on crossover. Piece of software allows you to play Windows games and Mac. Costs money to buy though, would be a bit glitchy. Wouldn't it just be easier to just port it on Wine? Like, just get a external SSD that's fast, boot Wine, and then you can play any Windows game without buying a separate program. Or you can do what I did. I just bought a computer. I just bought a Windows PC, that's it. Where did Kiyokame come from? Kami-sama. You play video games, right? Yeah. I usually play games on Friday, but today I'm not. Today I'm not. I'm on my gaming PC too. I'm on my gaming PC. I should have played a game today. I was gonna be like, let's play Monster Hunter, and then I didn't. Because I started late. PC's good though? Yeah. I spent more on my first PC than I did on the second. And now I'm thinking maybe I should have just started with a customizable PC. And then I was like, whatever. I like my PC. I like my tiny PC. It's expensive though. Windows laptops are horrible as far as I know. I started on a Mac laptop. A MacBook Pro, and I still have it. Not bad. I still use it for school. I thought your brother gave you a first PC? No, he built my pre-built. He helped me build my pre-built. I bought my current first PC. It is an Intel Newick Phantom Canyon pre-built. My other PC that I'm using right now is a custom, completely custom PC. Small form factor, by the way, for streaming. So I can play games and I can stream on it. Because I got a computer that's pretty decent. And it's tiny. I mean, it's not super big. I mean, it's not super small. It's like, the first PC I bought is even smaller than this one, but I don't know. Smallish. Small as best as you can get with like this current technology, you know? I love my tiny PC. It was expensive though. Hi Thinnerly42, welcome. Hello. PC's good though? Yeah, it is. I need to update my about section. That's what I need to do. I need to go and like add that to my about section. My second PC has these specs. I wonder if I could stream my laptop. On theory, the specs are plenty, but it's also a laptop, so it's like 800% worse than desktop parts. Hey, I streamed on my MacBook for a year and a half, and then I switched to my mini PC and streamed on that for like 2 years, and then I finally got an actual proper gaming PC last month. So, yeah. Your avatar's so cute. Thank you. I've got the gamer girl headphones on today, the e-girl headphones. But yes, you could. Just, you can't do anything fancy, like no live 2D model. Just so you know. You have to be a PNG. Or a video tube or whatever. You can be like an animated PNG. But this type of movement, it will not run. OBS is very intensive. PNGs are cool, yeah. Listen, when I first started streaming, the technology was so limited for PNGs. There is so much available out there, so many resources for new people who want to start stream. It's so easy. You've got customizable VTubers, you got like PNG, that animated and moving parts that are so much more fancy than normal PNGs, and that are also like cool looking, but don't take up as much like CPU or GPU as a VTuber model. You guys are spoiled. I wish I had that when I started. I wish they just made a thick laptop, like an inch thick laptop would be cool, especially with an ARM-based processor. Ooh. I don't know what that is. Fire their 8GB RTX 360 Ti's? What? That's like my computer, my first computer. I had a 2060. Hello P5 Studios, welcome. You can make one? Have you ever seen that video about the dude who made a toaster from scratch? There was a video back in like 2016 where a guy was like, hey, how much would it cost if I were to build my own toaster? Turns out it cost him like $46,000 because he had to import every single part himself, buy the machinery to build those specific parts. Because he had to make the wires from scratch, he had to like weld his own metal for cables, he had to like come up with the shell, 3D print, and buy every single part. It was expensive. And then it came out to be like, oh, for something that works and you can buy for like $20 at the grocery store, it costs like super expensive amount to buy and make everything from scratch. And I feel like that's the way it is for like a lot of things, where it's like, well, why didn't you just use fire or something? Because the goal was to make an actual toaster, not just like a blowtorch. It was specifically like, it has to look like a toaster. And it has to work like a toaster, which includes, you know, the LED button, the outer shell, like the hot grill element, stuff like that. What the heck kind of grocery stores are you finding toasters for $20? The thrift store? I don't know. You ever go to the thrift store and you see some old vintage toaster and it's cheap? Yeah. What happened to P1 to 4? Where do you live where toasters are more expensive than that? I know, right? Where do you live where toasters are more than $20? What? Hello, Corbo. Thank you for the follow. Hello. I bet I can make a rudimentary from scratch for cheap. See, the thing is, he couldn't start with scraps. He had to make every single part by hand himself. So it's not like, oh, I will just find disassembled parts from toasters and like burn elements. No, he had to weld everything himself. Forge his own metal, forge his own cables, everything. Yeah. Turns out it's expensive. Hello, Mila Carmilla. Ay. Welcome. I've never bought a toaster just so they be more expensive. No. You would think that a lot of household things are more expensive than they actually are. It's so weird. Things are expensive and things that you think are not expensive are not. It's weird. Like, I'll be like, oh, how much is it for a new washing machine? $100. How much is it for a nice, decent sweater that's warm? $600. I'm like, what? Hello, Untitled Celestia, welcome. Hi, Corbo, how are you? Was bro mining the copper himself? I think he was buying, like, copper bars or something. I don't know. Gucci sweater. Not even. If you want a pure, fully wool sweater, nowadays, it's expensive. It doesn't even have to be Gucci. If you want a sweater that's not polyester, that's just straight up wool. I'm alright, toaster talk? Yeah. We're talking about how much it would cost to make a toaster from scratch. Toaster is just a heating element and a clock. True. Like one of those easy bake ovens. Same with drip coffee makers. They have a heating element to boil water, basically cost like $10 to $20. True. I mean, what you could also do is you could just buy a kettle and just pour water over like a coffee filter. Pour over. Other things out there, like, it's weird. There's things out there that are super expensive and things out there that are not expensive. And there's things out there where, like, just based off of the brand, you're paying 10 times more for no reason. Like, capture cards. You can get a $20 capture card that works just as fine as, like, a super expensive capture card. Something along those lines is a flat screen TV, so cheap now. True. I mean, we've kind of maxed out potentials of TVs. So there's not much difference between like 8K, 16K, and like 14K. They're all the same. No human person has good enough vision that you can tell, right? You can look at a like a TV and be like, oh well, it's got pixels, you know, like. I've heard that pour-overs create horrible tasting coffee. Maybe they do, maybe not. If your pour-over tastes really bitter, first of all, check your grind. Your grain, like your grains, might be too like small or too big. They have to be a specific size, specifically for pour-overs. It has to be quite fine. And two, your water too hot. You want your water to be 100 degrees to maybe 70, depending on the roast, I believe. I used to be a barista. Graphics have gotten too good, next is VR. Do you think VR will ever take off? Like, as in like Cyberpunk 2077 way, where like everybody has holograms and like cybernetic implants and like everything's gonna be all like holographic and stuff. And then we're gonna have like Black Mirror, where everybody has like their brain implemented into like the metaverse. Do you think that will ever happen? We're born way too early for that type of technology. We're seeing it happen, but I don't think we'll be, all of us, every single one of us will be like 50 years older by the time they develop technology that like true VR, like Sword Art Online VR. Hello, TX Avengers 21. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Do you guys think we'll have Sword Art Online in the future? I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about like a virtual reality world, like Cosmic Princess Kaguya, where you can like go into a virtual world and like interact with things. Not like VR chat, but like physically interact with things. It's too late, TX Avengers. I've already seen it. Explode. I'm so sad my no, my VFX controller's not working. Oh. Bro died. Hello, and Celestia, thank you for the follow. Some dude made a sort of online headset, had an explosive charge that could detonate straight. What? Why? That reminds me, I had a friend who had a mini replica of Asuna's sword, and she would always like carry it around with her. It was made of solid metal. It was very sharp.
Hello there.
Her hobby was carrying it around and then stabbing people with it. She used to like to point it at people like a little mini shank. And you wonder, what kind of friends do I have? Yeah. Hola, amigo. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Hello. Hi, Entitled Celestial. Welcome. What a name. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. Resolution doesn't really matter. It's the PPI that matters on displays. What is a PPI? I don't know what that is. Pixels? Can you imagine 50 years ago we were dealing with the issues like burnout, like burn-in? Like you could like, if you left an image on the screen for too long, the image would literally burn into the screen. With CRT monitors and all that, we fixed that in only 50 years. Isn't that crazy? Technology's gone so far. Pixels per inch. Ooh. I wouldn't know. I'm on a 70/20 monitor right now, and it's been that way for the past 4 years. So, you know. Got me some ad break upcoming. But, I don't know. Display burden that exists on low quality OLED panels that existed for a decade now only nowadays is better? Yeah. It's still. That's what I'm saying. We fixed the problem, mostly. Depends on like your parts. But it's a it's a non-issue anymore because most displays use LEDs, and LEDs are way more resistant to burn-in than like, I don't know, whatever they used to use a long time ago. What did they used to use? What is the technology? My old S10 had a burnt display. Ooh. Thank you for the water break. I remember one person who was like, oh, I used to play a lot of this specific rhythm game back in the day, and then it was so old that like the image of the rhythm game had just burnt into the screen forever. What was that meme? There was somebody selling a TV. There was like this old Craigslist post that's like a meme that they were like, oh, I'm selling this TV. It has a permanent burnt in image of like Edward from Twilight burned into the screen or something like that. Or some anime character. I forgot what it was. You remember that meme? Technology has increased exponentially. Unfortunately, the people that control the world are keeping us from advancing. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things like that. Not just technology, but in terms of like better things, you know? Like every so often you see news about like, hey, here's a really cool idea like plastics that biodegrade faster and don't like absolutely trash the environment and cause harm to like fish and wildlife. And then we go, great idea, that's really cool. Doesn't use it. Wow, cool. Do you remember the whole thing about like, oh, a scientific bacteria that can eat plastic and get rid of the microplastics in our environment? What happened to that? I'm thinking of the post where they're reflected in the TV screen butt naked. I'm thinking about the thing where the dude's in this suit, but he's standing in front of a mirror and you can see the mirror behind him. And he's like business in the front, party in the back, but he's like naked in the back and he's wearing like linguini. You know? He's got like a bra on and like a thong. You know that image? Thank you, Mars, for the follow. Hello again. Maybe. I feel like somebody with the same name has followed in the past. I don't know. Are you the same person? I just realized somebody could unfollow me and then refollow like 2 years later, and I would not know. I'd be like, who? OLED panels use organic materials, which is why they used to burn in so much. Oh, cool. Like light bulbs, you know? What's it called? What do they used to use? This is an image to have in my head for you. Hell yeah. You're welcome. Thank you for the water break in the stretch. Oh my god. Did you hear that? Ow. I'm really crack-lacking today. What? That was my collarbone. Have you heard those cracks? That was my collarbone. I could pop my collarbone. Maybe it's not a good thing. Hello, Seven Hearts. Hello. Hello, madame. Hello, gentlemen. Hello, sir, madame, whatever you are. Thank you for the follow. Hello. Anyways, stop talking about war. Stop talking about politics. Do not come in here with drama. I will bonk you. Thank you, Thinnerly42 for the follow. How was your day, madame? Good. You're speaking to me like a little Victorian boy. Madame, may I have some sweets? Madame, I'm dying of the plague. Thank you for the what's crack-a-lackin'. I think I'm already all cracked-a-lackin' bones out. Why are you guys all redeeming what's crack-a-lackin'? I cannot crack any more bones. Maybe I can try. No, I cannot. I'm trying. No. I used to have this ability where if I stand specifically holding like an edge of like if I hold the edge of like if I'm standing on the stairs and I'm holding like the side, I could like crack my shoulder back and forth. Like I could rotate it in this like arm socket and it would crack. I could go like pop, 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 you know? And I don't know if that was good. I could do it with my shoulder. I can't do it anymore, sadly, but once in a while. Bye, guys. You're in an ad now. There's sweets in the plain white carriage. Yeah, my truck. Thank you, Seven Arts, for the water break. And thank you for the compliment. Wink. Wink. Please don't be weird to other people in my chat. Please do not make other people uncomfortable. If anybody's making you uncomfortable, get behind me. Get behind me, I'll defend you. My knees crack every time I crouch. 'Cause every time I crouch, I touch the feeling. And every time you kiss, I swear I can fly. And every time he did. You know that? I'm gonna make a reference. Every time we touch, I get this feeling. Thank you, Corvo, for the tier 1 sub. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy my bit badges and my emotes that I drew myself. Yeah, my hand-drawn emotes. And my bit badges and my sub badges that I drew. Thank you for the 100 biddies. Thank you. Thank you. With no message. Wow. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the bit badge. I think at... What do you get at 100 bit badges? I think you get a drink. The silent partner. My number one fear. People sending me random messages where they just don't say anything. Like, I have people... I think my worst fear would just be like if somebody like messaged me or like they donated and they just had no message. I'd just been like, oh no, what the heck? Was that an accident? Like, were you trying to send a message? What would be the message? No, like no message. If it was blank, I would just be like, what the heck? I'd be very nervous. I'd be like, oh no. At least send me a message that says like hi or something. If you're gonna subscribe, just don't send it blank. Here, let me stare at you. I've hired this bird to stare at you. Anyways. Alright. 1, 2, 3. You gotta close your eyes, everybody. You gotta join me. 1, 2, 3, go. Oops, I just blanked, I'm sorry. Let me start again. Wait, retry. I was not prepared. We gotta... It's 4 AM, guys. Wait. Okay, try again. 1, 2, 3, go. Hello, VTuber Looker. What an interesting spelling. Welcome. Oh, sorry. I was looking down. Anyways, oh well. It's like 4 AM. And my eyeballs are like getting blurry because it's like it's 4 AM and I only got like 5 hours of sleep last night. It's great. I should go to bed. Oh my goodness, Corvo, wow. Holy moly. Are you okay? What's going on? Thank you for the level 2 hype train and for the 5 gifted subs. Holy moly. Oh my goodness. Everybody, I don't even know who those people are. Oh, Aerox, you got a sub. Wow. They managed to get you out of like a bunch of other people who I've never seen before on this channel. Every single other person, I don't remember them being here, but okay. Congratulations to those who got a sub. I hope you all enjoy the emotes that I drew and the badges. Brothers of the Lurkers. True. I'm so sorry, Lurkers. I'm so sorry, Lurkers. If you're here, hi. I perceive you. I'm so sorry. I'm perceiving you. Get perceived. Get perceived. Hi, Sal. Thank you for the tier 3-month sub. Welcome. All-time record shattered. What? What record do I have? Level 4. Holy moly. What the heck? Oh my god. How does that work? I don't know what that is. What happened? What happened? The name of Get Meat on a... What? Get Meat a con now? Get me at a con now. I thought you said get meet at con now. Get meet or get me at? See, people with no spaces, I have no idea what you're trying to write. Get meet now. Yeah. My kitty sounds aren't working. Meow. Why is it not working? I don't know. I'm so sad. Why is it not working? What is this song? The music sounds relaxing. It is... Let me look. In the Sun by... I don't know. The name is in Japanese. Here, let me copy you the Japanese title. Here. That is the name. Maybe it's turned all the way down? No, I was playing with the audio earlier. You should be able to hear it. We know Mix It Up audio works because I was messing with it earlier. One second. See? I can change it to this. So you hear it, it's just not playing for some reason. Commands. Edit. Conditional. Add clause. First value contains this action counter.
Cat noise.
Well, that works, yeah. Counter chat message. Random. Play sound. Speaker. Speaker. Oh, maybe I have to do this. Okay. Let me set it specifically to my speaker sounds. Oh, at the save, probably. 1 second, let me edit it. Yeah, oh, it's set to that one, that's why. Hold up, let me fix it. It didn't save. It was setting it to the previous one, and now I can fix it. Was it 2, meow 1, meow 2, meow, 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 and meow 3. Action. Sound. Play sound using this audio, using this one. There we go. There we go. And conditional counter. Play this. Alright. There we go. Fixed it. Now it works. Now chat can meow again. Yippee! Do you have a cat? I do not, but I really do want one day. I wish I did. My mom is allergic, so we never had a cat, but I like cats. Wow! Holy moly. Thank you for the level 4 sub. Whoa. Holy moly. 7 gift subs. Did I miss something? What's happening today? Is my birthday? I'm allergic to cats, but I still pet them anyways? Yeah. Oh, I'm not allergic to cats, but I like cats. I think they're cute. Whoa, subgulmet. Why am I so close? Let me zoom out. There we go. I wish I had a cat. Maybe one day. My friend adopted cats, and I feel like I would only get a cat if I knew I wanted to settle down somewhere. Right now I move a little bit too often, so I wouldn't want to get a cat and then have to worry about like transporting another animal with me on top of all my stuff. So maybe one day when I have like a place that's like a little bit more permanent, then I'll get a cat. But until now, I'll just have to deal with like a beanbag or something. Or, you know those like super cute stuffed animals that are weighted and they have like a little bean bottom and you can stick them in the microwave to heat them up and you can like have them on your lap. I think they're called like little lap pets. They're weighted. They're really cute. I want one of those. And I put it on my like chest when I'm like lying in bed. So I can simulate like a cat sitting on my chest and I can be like, yay, kitty. Are you ever gonna have a cat soon? Yeah, me too. I want a cat. Is there a type of cat that you like? I like tuxedos. I like tuxedos and what do you call it? Like black and white cats. Any type of cat that has like a mix of black and white. Doesn't matter the pattern, just black and white cats. Also, I like calicos. Calicos are cute. Make sure to choose your cat wisely and not choose them for their blue gem pattern. What? What is that? I mean, if like I go, like I like black cats too. I like black and white cats because I feel bad because statistically black cats are a lot less likely to be chosen at cat shelters because of the superstition that they're bad luck or whatever. So if I see like a black cat and they've been there for a while, I think most times I'd just be like, I want that one. I feel so sad whenever I go to shelters and then I'm like, oh, this cat's been here since like this date and it's like a black catty and I'm like, no, I wish I could take you home. Yeah, black cats are cute. Yeah, little voids. I don't know, black cats are cute. They're very vocal. They like to be like, they like to yell at you. I don't know, all cats have their charm, no matter what. All cats have different personalities. I used to have rabbits growing up as a kid. And those were so cute. We used to have Rex rabbits. Very, very soft. Very soft bunnies. They're very cute. And then we never got bunnies again because they were a lot to take care of. Someone gave up their black British short hair cat and it was so cute. Aww. Those are cute. Also really expensive. I'm surprised that someone would want to give them up. Because specific types of breeds are very expensive to get. Like Scottish folds, sphinxes, ocelots, whatever. Sorry, but are you mixed? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Also, hello. Welcome in. From experience, British short-hair cats are very gentle. Nice. It's interesting because there are certain specific breeds that are known for having certain personalities. Like dogs. You know, people are like, oh, like, golden retrievers are usually gentle. Usually. Or, like, what are they called? Pomeranian? No, not Pomeranians. Chihuahuas are very loyal. Like they have a favorite person. Same with birds. Birds are pretty territorial around specific people, but it's interesting because they have specific types of like ideas of what like breed. It depends on the cat. True. Like I know Russian blues are very calm cats according to like how they were bred. But you know, every cat has a different personality. It's not always guaranteed, but usually they're like that. Like Russian blues are known to be like quite chill. Ragdolls are also very chill because they're bred to literally just like flop. I heard many times that Maine Coons are very gentle, but mine kept biting everyone. That's funny. I like the Munchkin cat breed. Their feet are very small and cute. Yeah, I like. What are those dogs called? The little teeny tiny dogs with the short legs. What are they called? Wiener dogs? The wiener? I don't know. There's a specific breed of dog with like they're very fluffy and they have very short legs. Yeah. There's a lot of animals that are cute. Or like the dwarf rabbits. They're so cute. This has just turned into like me talking about cute animals for an hour. Pomeranian? Is it? Are they? Pomeranian. All I've ever known about Pomeranians is that they're very yappy dogs. Let me see. Pomeranian. Hello. Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, little teeny tiny legs. Cute. My favorite thing to do with dogs, especially little dogs like that, is I like to hold out my hand. Like I like to do what they call like the tripod, where I hold out my hand in front of a dog, and then the dog will put their hand in yours like a shake, and then I just hold their hand. And then they just stand there on 3 legs and they stare at me. And I'm like, now you have 3 legs to stand on. And then we just engage in like a standing contest, and eventually the dog wants to put their foot back down. And I'm just holding it. They're like, they try to wiggle their little feet, little hand out, their little arm, and I'm like holding it. I'm like, no, this is my hand now. Chihuahua, they're so cute. Yeah, I like Chihuahuas. They have a really bad reputation for being mean little dogs, but I think it's because people don't know how to train Chihuahuas or dogs in general. Like, people are always like, oh, Chihuahuas are so evil and mean. It's because you don't train dogs properly. You see a little dog and you're like, oh, easy to tame, easy to take care of. No. The Chihuahua is bad behavior because you don't teach it properly. Because Chihuahuas are actually very loyal dogs. Hi, I have a question. What is your question? Hello, RV12453. Are you okay with me reading out your full government name? I have a question for you. Are you guys okay with me reading out your full government name when I address you? I mean, to be fair, I've known for some people for so long that I'm just kind of like, I've shortened it. But some people that I see for the first time, I'm just like, I'm reading the whole thing out loud. What am I doing? I wonder what I got from that. Ooh. It's normal for cats do not talk to you because when I take my cat for her bath and it's done, she doesn't want to touch me. I try to touch it and she ran away, and now she's in the wall standing next to a wall. She doesn't want to look at me. That's normal for cats though. A lot of cats want to be left alone, and then you want to just chill. And eventually they'll come back. That's a nice thing about cats. Treats. True. Shake a treat bag. But one thing I like about cats is that they like establish their own boundaries very well. You know? Like If you ignore a cat, the more likely they will want to be around you. And the more you chase after a cat, the more likely they are to like not want to be around you. It's very interesting. So if you see them, just like ignore them. Maybe you can be in the same room, but just do not look in their direction. Do not acknowledge them. Just let them come to you. They will come when they want to. But if you really want to show a cat that you like them, just like make eye contact and just do like really slow blinks. And also, don't stand over them because you look really threatening because you're taller. Low to the ground, slow approaches. Let them come to you. Do not stick your hand in their face. Like, I know you can do that with dogs because like dogs like to smell people first. But like with cats, if you want to get scratched, don't do that. You know, for with cats? Yeah. I've befriended a lot of neighborhood cats. Even though I've never had a cat because my mom's allergic, but I've read a lot about animals. In general. Like in pets. Also about horses. Not just like horses, like dogs, cats, birds, animals. Like, that mostly applies to female cats. Usually, maybe. I mean, most cats that I've encountered, they're pretty, like, chill. I saw this, I went on a walk one day. I was on a walk and then I saw this really cute black cat walk up to me, flop down on the ground, roll over, and you can see a little belly. And then, like, roll back up. Like, cause he was lying there for a little bit with his belly. And then I was staring at the cat and I was like, okay, hey guy. He was covered in dirt. He was really dirty. And then the cat like stared at me from like upside down, got up, and then walked closer and then like flopped literally directly at my feet, rolled over again, and was trying to get me to pet it. And I was like, I'm not touching you, buddy. I'm like, I'm so sorry, kitty, but like, you're very cute. You're just filthy. It was covered in dirt. It was rolling around on the ground in sand, and I was like, yeah, no. Hello, Fandom Joy Guy 36. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I would have petted it, but you know, it's like dirty. And it was not a pet. I think it was a stray. But it was very cute. I have no idea what you're saying, RV. I don't know what language that is. I'm so sorry. I cannot read that. Is that Tagalog? Maybe? It looks like it. Have you ever been to a cat cafe? Yeah, I have. I went to one in Korea. Do you want me to translate? I said, do you know about dogs? Yes, I do. I know how to train dogs too. Because for a little bit, I wanted to be a dog trainer. So I took a course on dog training. Apparently you could do that to a lot of animals. You can clicker train. Both like dogs, cats, animals. Any animal that can react to sound and hear, you can pretty much clicker train them. So many career paths? Yeah. Listen, I really wanted to work with animals at a young age. I got into school for oh wow, that covers my headphones. I got into school for zoology. And then I realized that it required like chemistry and physics and calculus and vectors, and then I was really sad because I don't like math. I was like, And also, the school that I got into was in the middle of nowhere, so I was like, I don't really want to be out there. How do I train my cat not to take my food? With cats or animals in general, negative reinforcement isn't very good. What you want to do is positive reinforcement. So redirecting them in a different direction, basically train them so that if they don't take your food successfully and they do not, you give them something else that's better than your own food. So redirect them in a way that's like rewarding or better than like everything else. Because if you just cats are different than dogs. Usually dogs are able to understand no. Cats will not. If a cat's scratching your furniture and you spray that cat with a water bottle or whatever, your cat will not correlate the scratching with the water. It will not be, oh, when I scratch this post, I will get sprayed with water. It will be, you are spraying me with water for no reason. Why? So instead of being like, okay, cat scratches this specific corner, be like, I will put scratching post in this corner, and then you would constantly redirect it over to the scratching post whenever it wants to scratch the couch or whatever, and be like, okay, you want to scratch that area? Scratch this instead. Same thing with plants. If you don't want it to eat your plants, replace those plants in that area with something that is edible, that you want to encourage them to eat that instead of whatever they're eating. You know? Are you more cat girl or dog girl? I have no idea. I want to tell you how many pets I have right now. Next to me I have my dogs. One is a golden retriever, one's a husky, and the cat I was talking about. He's sitting on the back, mostly sleeping. She has 2 siblings like a baby. Now 7 months old, one of them, the other 5 months old. They're sleeping next to me. They're tiny. Nice, cute. But yes, I have read a lot of dog training books. And like, I guess cat training animals. But yeah. One, like, I had so many books as a kid talking about animal careers and like how people got onto those paths. And then I realized as I got older that it's very competitive. And at some point I did want to be a veterinarian, but then I was like, eh. I watched a video of veterinarians extracting like 36 tube worms from a puppy's stomach, and I said, ooh, no. Have you ever kept animals before? I had rabbits when I was a kid. We tried adopting a cat, but my mom turned out to be allergic. And then I had fish and turtles. And like, I grew up in the forest, so I was around a lot of animals. Like, I would wake up in the morning and we would see deer on the front lawn. And then I would see owls outside my bedroom door, and then there was like birds that would nest in the windows. And then like, I would see snakes or like hummingbirds or squirrels. A lot of woodland animals in the forest. Also stray rabbits, like wild rabbits. Those are cute. But yeah, I grew up around a lot of animals. I remember I have a teacher who started as a vet tech but had to quit because people keep putting down animals. Yeah, the number one advice I would give to people who like animals, if you really, really love animals and you cannot stand them dying, do not become a veterinarian, because 9 times out of 10, a lot of your job is just putting down animals, unfortunately. Because euthanizing animals is very common in veterinary practices, because like there's a lot of illnesses that cannot be treated, or it's better to put them down because either like the family can't afford it and it would be better to just put them down than to let them suffer, or like you know, stuff like that. So if you like animals, don't become a veterinarian. You have to like really have like a, I guess, be more willing to know that the consequences outweigh the actions, kind of thing, to be a good veterinarian. Although if you are a veterinarian, you are prepared for the zombie apocalypse. Lived in the forest, enchanted forest denizen? Yeah. The mother nature, no. I don't know, I was just around a lot of animals. Like, I used to see bats at nighttime. Weird. Opossums. I like those. Those are fun. I looked into becoming animal control but not hiring. That's true about a lot of jobs. It's very competitive field. What's it called? Like, if you're interested in museums and stuff, or like art history, or like even in general, like zoology, ornithology, and what's the study of insects? Forgot the name. Etymology? Etymology, I think? No, etymology is the categorization of things. There is a specific name for the study of bugs. But yeah. Those types of jobs where you're working as like a researcher, very competitive. Bugology? I think it's entomology. I feel like it is. I've always wanted to work in a cat cafe, it'd be so comfortable. Business idea, start one yourself. I've always thought it would be really cute to run a cat cafe / like adoption center, but I think the policies surrounding it, especially in terms of like, I think sanitation rights and like animal care visitation and wellness and everything, would be very expensive because you need a vet. Let's see here, let me look it up. Study of insects. Entomology, it is, I was right. Entomology. I was just thinking about this. How do people with tons of cats keep track of them all? They don't. It's called pet hoarding. And like, some people just take in animals and they don't care for them properly. And people with a lot of animals, they do take care of them properly. I don't know. They just don't remember, maybe? There's like people out there who have like a lot of dogs. Like 14, 15 dogs. And they just know. I don't know. It's like people out there with a lot of pets. Like, here is my 15 birds. And it's like, yes. Lovebird pair 1, lovebird pair 2, lovebird pair 3, lovebird pair 4. 1 second. Ooh. All the names, what is their cat head count every day? Maybe. Be like, okay, this one, this one, this one. My family has 2 cats, I feel bad for them being prisoner here. Oh no. Can't sleep them back, it's 1:33 a.m. Wow. That's not that late. Look at me. 4 a.m., 4:33 a.m. I need to go to bed. Maybe on my screen is a kitty pie on my screen. Oh. You listen. You turn off that phone, you look at your black mirror. You. Haha. Aha. Wait. Ahaha. Respectfully rusing. It's you. Yeah. How's the past? It's the future here, and I should really go to. How long have I been streaming? 3 hours? Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna send you guys. Good night. Let's see here. Who am I gonna send you off to? I think. All the ad revenue. I don't make anything from ad revenue. I will be so for real. Nobody's streaming at this time because it's obviously because it's 4 a.m. Thanks for streaming. Yeah. No worries. I like streaming. Let me see. Actually, 1 second. I will tell you right now how much I make from ad revenue. No. Hold up. Earnings. I don't want that. Close. How much did I make from ad revenue? 21 cents. Wow. 21 cents for this stream today. 21 cents. I get nothing from ad revenue, so I'm so sorry guys, but like I make nothing. She makes 30% per ad if she's affiliate? No, I don't make anything. I make 21 cents. I run what? Like 3-minute ads because I've been streaming for 3 hours. It's like 1 ad break every hour. 21 cents. 20 cents is better than 0, so you're doing better? Barely anything. That's okay. I wish I had money to pay for the enjoyment I get from VTubers. Oh, no worry. You don't have to pay. If you are here just chatting to me, I think that is just as much worth than if you were to like donate or do anything. And please donate with your means. I don't have merch, I'm sorry. I don't have that command, isn't that funny? I don't have a merch command, I don't have a socials command, I don't have a donate command. You're gonna have to like, look in my about section and see like what the heck do I have. It's time for me to return to Dream and thank you for streaming, madam. Yeah.
Bruh.
Thank you for thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry guys, I gotta go to bed. It's 4 AM. I subscribe as bare minimum as a way to support streamers. Sadly, my work is affected by season. Oh, no worries. Just stop by and say hi once in a while. That's all I want. And if you're lurking, that's fine too. Hi, lurkers. I'm sorry. I've been perceiving you all stream. Get perceived. Thank you all for stopping by. I'm gonna go to bed. Yay! First stream on this new PC. Yippee! Not too much scuff. But I want to go. I don't know who to send you off to. Nobody's really streaming. Hello, Gagab. W4. Oh, bye, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to bed. It's 4 AM. Super late. It's okay. I'm gonna go to bed. But yes, this is my computer background. I just wanted to show you guys my new computer background because it's very cute. Can I make a recommendation? Sure. You're gonna have to send the name and I'm gonna have to look that up because I do not get links in chat. Thank you for the follow, KigabW4. Follow? Thank you! Kamimo? Sure, we'll read out to your suggestion. Let me look them up. Who? She's like a fox? Ooh. Do they have a Japanese name? No, this is not them. They're playing Apex Legends. No. Bye. Be safe, have fun. Thank you. I don't know. When I look up the username, I'm getting somebody playing Apex with their name in Japanese. I don't know if that's them. I don't think so. Are they streaming? Oh, I found them. Never mind, I found them. Why the heck can I not find them normally? That's not them. What the heck? They might have stream raids turned off, I'm pretty sure. No? Kamimimo? No, I'm looking at looking them up. No, I think they have raids turned off. I'm looking for her. I found her stream. I just can't raid. Ooh. Well, I found somebody named Blueberries, who's looks like a horror VTuber. Blueberry. Interesting. I don't know what the heck that is. It's okay. I'll just go. Good night. Bye, everybody. Thank you all for stopping by. 1 second. They said it's on? Really? Well, we'll try again. Ma. No, I'm getting just people. Can I manually do this? Can I like... 1 second. Wait. I'm sorry, everybody. Can I do this? No. It won't let me manually raid, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that command's not working. And I can't find them. Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you guys the link. There you guys go. I cannot raid. Bye, everybody. Good night. See you. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. See you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Good night.